Le point. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro?
Yeah. So, are you here to talk about the background?
Yes.
Wait. Let me do. It's been a while since I've been live, so let me just do this kind of deal.
I'm only gonna be here for a bit, but I just had like a few thoughts.
Yeah. What's up? What are the thoughts?
Um, what if they like didn't really believe the harming of the animal was like the wrong thing here? It's more so the intent. Like, there's no
You think
actual
that
harm.
you think that intent is the wrong maker?
Uh, I mean, like, yeah, I'd say so. Some
Okay.
cases.
So, I mean, you think that if you like
I think it
break a
plays a part.
dog's,
Let me
if
say
you
that.
like
I think
break
it
a
plays a
dog's
part.
leg with good intent,
Wait, what'd you say?
if you like break a dog's leg with good intent, you think
Uh,
you haven't done anything wrong there?
I mean, I don't even know what it would mean to have good attempts. Like what? When breaking like a dog's
It's
leg.
just, like it's just stipulated that you had good intent, but you like I don't know broke a dog's leg. You like thought
Um,
that maybe maybe there was like a deaf child or something, and you thought that they've never heard the sound of a dog's bone shattering or something, so maybe that's gonna cure them. I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
if they're like a meat eater and they don't think harming animals is wrong, then it would
Well,
just
that's
like
just
say
that's
the
just
intent.
begging the question though.
What's begging the question? You said if you think if you're what was the question again? If you eat meat and you think it is wrong, then request up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously
I
they
think that
don't think harming the animal.
if you think that animal abuse is wrong, and you eat meat, there's just going to be some kind of contra. I see that you're saying the screen is cropped. I don't know how to fix it, but
No, no, it's fine. I can see it all.
okay.
Oh, maybe people who aren't guests can't see. I don't know. Wait, I thought we were just like assuming that eating meat is okay, and then there is a contradiction. If you eat meat, then harming the animal, and you think
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think that if you eat meat and you think that animal abuse is wrong, then you're doing something or participating something that you think is wrong because animals are abused to be fed to you.
And like I'm saying, if they take it to be the case in almost every single circumstance, it like really matters. That when the animal is being abused, it's the intent that's the wrong maker there. They can still believe that animal abuse in like almost all cases is wrong, just that, and like still eat meat and think it's
Oh,
okay.
right, right. You're saying that somebody who like just goes and buys meat from Walmart doesn't intend to harm animals. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd say there's like no. Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, I mean, there's also like some, like like if you're a deontologist and you don't think animals are like part of the. Damn, I haven't like read on it in a while,
No,
but
if there's just like some rule where like this. Yeah,
yeah,
but
or like you don't think they're like part of like I'm pretty sure there's a word for it, but like the you have to be like there's like specific groups that are like morally worthy, and because they
mhm.
like maybe like if you have some rule and then blah blah blah, and animals clearly don't meet that rule, like but I don't know what it is. Like there's I'd have to read up
So,
on it, but
well,
yeah,
we can just say
good
that
point.
like for anybody who buys meat from Walmart, um, if they haven't been confronted with the consequences, right?
Hmm.
Then we can say that maybe they're like just naive, so that they might not be intending to harm animals, and so maybe like maybe they can get not a pass, but like
Wait,
obviously it's
I
not going
want
to
to
be as
clarify here. I'm not
okay. Yeah,
saying
go
the
ahead.
actual harming is wrong. I'm saying there's like a specific mindset that goes into like actively knowing you're putting something in pain, and I think that's the bad thing in it. I don't think putting animals through that is necessarily the bad thing here. I mean, like that's what the meat eater would say. Like I don't think they really care that the animal's in pain. They don't think it's morally worthy
Right.
of
Well,
meat.
but I think that arguably they would say that like if you've seen like Twitch streams where somebody thinks that they ended the live stream, and then they start like I don't know duct taping their cat to a broom and like smashing them around the room.
I've not seen that. No.
Yeah. So like I mean people have been caught on live streams after they thought that they were behind closed doors being very egregiously mean to their household pets, and what you'll see is people in the comments go like, "Oh my god, this person should be arrested." And like maybe they're eating a burger while they're watching.
Okay, what if you said like maybe animals, like household animals, are part of like a specific group that like is distinct from like the animals that we like typically eat,
Yeah, you could say that, but like the
and then
symmetry
like
breaker
I don't think
there.
people would feel. I just like if you were like stomping on like I don't know, like some I don't know, like some like farm animal, like
Yeah,
some like wild boar. I think people would feel significantly less like maybe
I think
like
so too.
empathy for it if you were kicking a cat or something,
I
because
think
like
so too, but I think that the symmetry breaker there is just going to be the amount that we see them as people. Like if you like you see like cats as like members of your family, dogs as like members of your family. And so like obviously if you think that, you know, eating a burger isn't bad, but you think that like hyperextending a dog's leg is bad, like, it just seems like the symmetry breaker is there is that you didn't take the life of the animal. And I don't think you would want to say that like taking the life of a dog is better than abusing a dog. Like,
can you like repeat that? I'm not sure I got that.
yeah, so like, so the family resemblance relation, right? Where I think the symmetry breaker between punching a wild boar and punching a cat is just going to be how much you view them as people, or like you know like sentient, how much you care about them, and that is just going to be the amount of time that you've spent being exposed um, to like you know when you see a cat and you can tell their quote unquote personality, where you see like elephants behaving in that way and it's just like some big dumb animal. It's just going to be like the familiarity of you with the concept of like animals and how they express themselves. And I'm not saying that all animals have this, but I'm saying that it seems to me like if you think that eating a cow is okay, but like kicking a dog isn't okay, then it seems like the symmetry breaker there is just going to be that you didn't take the life of the dog. Like for some reason, going all the way with it makes it better.
Wait, yeah. Okay, so you went from saying that the reason of attack like hurting a family animal and hurting a wild animal is different for most people is because we see them more as people and like
Yeah,
morally worthy. I wouldn't call them agents, but yeah, you know what I mean. Uh,
yeah.
and so I mean, it would just apply. I don't know how like for the dog, the reason it's wrong to hurt the dog is because it's we see it more as a person, and then it'd still be wrong to like end the dog's life. I don't. I'm
Right.
not.
Well, but the thing is though, like obviously, um, I'm not. I'm saying that cows or pigs or chickens or whatever, they're gonna have all the things that you care about in a dog. They're gonna have them, right?
Hmm.
So what's the difference such that
You
it's
said
okay to
yes.
take the life
I
of
said
one
I
and not
said
the other?
I said yes without thinking. Wait, I repeat that question. I was just listening in my
It
head.
seems to me that whatever traits that you value in a dog are going to be true of a cow.
Um, not no. I wouldn't say that.
Okay, well then what's true of you know what I'm going to ask though, right?
Yeah, like name the trait.
Yeah, yeah. What's true of a dog that, if true of a cow, would make it have that family resemblance relation where you don't want to hurt it or end its life or whatever?
Uh, that the dog or the animal has some. I mean, the group of like the total species or whatever has some meaningful connection to the human and like
Exactly. And that's all that's saying though is that you care about the dog. And that's to say that if you cared about the cow, you wouldn't participate. And that's all that vegans are trying to do is to get you to care about the cow.
oh, well, okay. But like then why? I'm not getting why I should take up the position that I should care about the cow. Like if I
Well,
don't find animals on their own
because
more invaluable.
when I asked you what's true of the dog that, if true about the cow, would make you care, you said, "Well, if I cared about the cow, I would care about the cow." I'm saying what is it that's true that, if it were true in the other case, would make you feel the same way that you do in the other case?
Oh, I mean, like I don't think it's like a personal thing. I think it's just like this is like I'm like making a historical claim. Like in general, we have cared about this animal, and I'm saying because we already have, and it already like has such like an impact on so many humans. If I'm saying is if I could go back in time and I could choose whether or not we could care about a dog or a cat, I'd say obviously not. Like I think it's pretty useless. I don't know why I would, but
Wait,
because we already have.
wait. You
Yeah,
would choose like
I don't really like animals, but in general, it feels like humans. I wish I was lying, but
no, I
yeah,
believe
whenever I
you.
see an animal,
I
it's
appreciate the
kind of
honesty.
disgusting. I'm not even being disingenuous. I'm not being
No, I
bad.
believe you. I believe you.
So, I mean, like, yeah, like I don't think I'm being unfair here when I say, like, if a dog and a cat wasn't already like some family household thing, I think
Yeah.
it'd be totally permissible to, because like we already do
Wait,
that in
wait,
China,
wait. I
in like
thought you said that
Asia.
the wrong maker was the intent to put them in pain.
Oh, no, yeah, I think. Wait, okay, let me fix that. There's like, okay, I think obviously there's something seriously wrong with someone who wants to see anything in pain, but I don't find the dog or the cat itself morally valuable. And he's like, okay, what if they had good intentions, blah, blah, or they're not like currently like intending to like harm
No,
us?
no, but you said, well, let me just if you said basically can I try and this might be a straw man, but just correct me.
Yeah,
Basically you said if you could rewrite history where sure, we can factory farm cats and dogs too, you would.
yeah, I don't really care for them, man, not that much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then the question is just like okay, then like factory farming humans though, not permissible?
Yeah, because I take them to be a more like they're part of a rational group or whatever the philosophical language for it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean that's a hand wave, but like okay, then like what is it that's true of a human that if true of let's say a dog would make you not want to take their life if they don't want to die?
They're humans are part of a rational group, as in like what is the term for it? It's
Family
like
resemblance relation?
no like like how the reason we value babies and like all these like mentally deficient people is because they're part of the same group as human like
Well, like
human.
they denote the category?
Yeah, they're in this. Wait, I don't. I'm not even sure what you said. They're in the same category as rational human beings, and so therefore, I value them because they're part of the same group as sentient human beings.
Okay, so like let's just say that,
If they were a
let's
rational
just
dog, and then there was like some not rational dogs, I would then value the not rational dogs because there are some other rational beings that are part of the same group as them.
and then so what are you taking like what are you saying to be rational? Because like if you just mean like some level of intelligence, obviously there are
Yeah,
cows that
yeah,
are
obviously.
smarter.
I don't. I would actually have to think about what level of intelligence like I would value on its own.
Yeah.
Um, mm, maybe like some like because like then it gets like a little blurry because would I value some like very very primitive human being? Uh, not
Well,
really.
actually, something I learned recently, if you had to guess how much smarter we are now than like cavemen, how many times smarter would you think that we were?
Like, what do you mean? Like, as in like how much we know, or like how like our like what do you because obviously
How like differently our like reasoning capability is.
I mean like caveman was what like 10,000 years ago,
Yeah,
7,000.
even so.
Um,
Uh, Host?
I'd
Wait
be
one
like
second.
I mean I think I'd say like a decent margin. Like I don't know, like 20
Yeah,
IQ, 30
it
IQ
turns out
max.
that we're not very we're like almost the exact same amount of like capacity for intelligence and reasoning as cavemen. We just have more technology and more innovation.
Yeah, then why are like I know this like from the top of my head from like some fact. It's just like aren't we getting like higher IQs over time? Like isn't each like generation like 2 IQ points or whatever?
Yeah, but if we were to introduce like the tools that we had to that society, they would have that ability as well. It's just like better like pedagogical niches and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know the word you use, but yeah, I'd say maybe
It's
the
like the
limit
study
would
of how
be
we learn.
oh okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say maybe the limit would be like not maybe not caveman, but like pre-cave, like I don't know, like something like right there, like around that level.
So like let's say like Neanderthals, you're factory farming them.
No. They're sufficient. They're able to like use to. See, I don't know what I'd have to think about like what qualities I like deem as intelligent.
Yeah.
But it seems like are Neanderthals like able to like I don't know.
I'm not sure. This is now it's like this is like a history debate at this point, but
Yeah, I don't
you can have
know.
the last word, and then I'm going to talk to this insular guy.
Yeah, I don't know what else was there to say. I don't think my position's that popular. I think people. I think
I
some
think
people.
that your position is consistent, but that's the whole point of like a reductio. You sacrifice.
Yeah, I
Um,
know, but I know that I personally couldn't care less about animals in general, but I know that a lot of people do. So I mean, at
yeah.
least I'm consistent. But yeah, good luck to anybody else.
You're what's up, insular?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean there's nothing wrong with animal abuse? I feel like any normal person will scroll by and they'll be like, what the fuck? What does he mean by that? Animal
Yeah,
abuse?
I mean that I think that there is something wrong with animal abuse, and so
Well,
Um,
your prompt doesn't say that. It says there's nothing wrong with animal abuse.
well, that's not all it says. It says there's nothing wrong with animal abuse. If you think that animal abuse is wrong and you eat meat, request up, because I think there's a contradiction that can be derived if you eat
Oh,
meat and you think animal abuse is wrong.
yeah, well, I eat meat. I think that there should be better ways to go about it, about killing the animals. I don't think it's possible with the way we live and how many people we have. I don't think it's possible to
You don't
do
think
it.
it's possible?
I,
What does that mean?
well, what I mean is to do it the most humane way, which is killing the animals in the fastest way where they don't feel it, having more sanitary.
Wait,
Like,
why is that not animal abuse? Taking
well,
their life in the fastest way. Why is that not abuse?
because they provide us with food that we eat them.
Well,
So
that's a pivot, right? I'm asking just about the animal, not about anything else. Why is taking their life very quickly not abuse?
because their life's going to be taken no matter what. So why not do it the fastest, most humane way? What do you mean? That's
What do you mean their lives are going to be taken? You think they're going to be factory farmed no matter what?
I think in the perfect world, having them live on big grass farms, which some animals do, but other ones are in a crammed, standing on their own shit, in a
Yeah.
very depressing type of way, which I think is inevitable. I don't think there's ever going to be an all perfect world where they're grazing grass,
Well,
living.
I don't think that that's true. I don't think that's going to happen. But that's only because I don't think there's going to be enough cows left for that to happen. If everybody stopped eating cows, there wouldn't be a lot of cows left because we only like force breed them into existence to take their lives.
Yeah, and it's never going to happen. It's always going to be like this, if not worse. So
Well, I
my
mean
thing,
that's kind of like appeal to futility, which isn't very good reasoning.
well, it's inevitable. You're not going to have people
That's just to
stop eating
restate the claim.
cows.
So
But
look,
you're,
do you think that it's moral? If you think that there is something wrong with animal abuse, let's just go further. Do you think that it's moral to take the life of something that doesn't want to die when you don't have to take their life?
we do have to take its life
No, why do you have to?
because people eat food, and
Is,
not
are,
ever.
is food animals?
Absolutely,
Okay. All apples are round, therefore all round things are apples.
dude. What are you talking? What
You
how does
said
that fit
you
your
said
claim?
that all animals are food, so all food is animals. Like, of course we can
I
eat other
said I said
stuff.
animals are food. Not all animals are food. I have cats and dogs. I'm not going to eat them. However, you can't compare pets and animals like that compared to livestock that.
Wait, when you say you can't compare them, that just sounds like you're not very creative. I can compare them.
Well, in the many ways that people live, you cannot compare them. You have pets, you have domesticated animals you live with, and
Yeah.
then you have livestock that you're not going to have as pets that you eat, that our ancestors ate, that Native Americans ate, that Africans ate, that Europeans ate. This is,
An
people.
appeal to history fallacy. Yeah, but I mean
Well,
that's
what,
fine.
you think they were vegan? You think they were?
I think that historically, people had a more vegetarian or vegan diet than we are able to prove, and that's just backed up by
That's not
like
true.
anthropologists.
That's not true, though.
You know why it's true, and I can tell that you're just kind of being obstinate right now. But that's true because we wouldn't expect leafy like dietary residue to leave fossils. We wouldn't expect that, right?
Well,
We would expect animal carcasses to be fossilized much more prominently than any kind of dietary veganism or vegetarianism or like reducitarianism, anything like that.
Well, not all the bones
Can
are
I
going
ask
to
a
be
question?
left, bro.
Yeah.
Don't humans have wisdom teeth from when we had to like rip up meat because our diet was like containing like meat and stuff like that?
We are omnivores, but omnivores means that we can live off of animals or plants or both. So we do not have to eat animals. That's why I asked the question, is it immoral to take the life of something that doesn't want to die when we don't have to because we're omnivores?
Oh, okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. All right, I'll
Yeah.
let you guys continue.
Well, I just have one question. I'm going to leave. Host, do you abuse animals like cats and dogs? Do you find pleasure
No,
in that?
I don't. I'm vegan. I don't abuse animals.
Okay, great, great.
You
But
don't, but you don't abuse cats and dogs, but you do pay for people to abuse cows and pigs and
yeah,
chickens,
but
right?
here's my point. I said in a perfect world, I wish we could have the meat I consume before they're in my package, cooking in my pan. I wish they could be grazing grass, living on acres of land, living in way better
Do you know
conditions.
like lab grown meat is like gonna be a thing, right? Why can't you just wait?
I don't think
That's vegan.
it might be a thing. I don't think it's going to be everywhere. I don't think you're always going to have the option to have grass-fed, organic beef, eggs, whatever the case is. My point is, in a perfect world, I would rather have that situation. However, that's not possible. There's always going to be these
Yeah, but
factories.
do you know what is possible? And I know this because I know a bunch of people who are vegan. What is possible is that you stop participating, you stop paying for people to like. To, you think that animal abuse is wrong? Do you think that factory farms abuse animals?
I'll say it for the third time. I think it's wrong. I think in a perfect world, I'd rather have it this
So
way, but it's
you
not
pay
going
for
to be.
things that you think
Host,
are
you
wrong.
interrupt me like every 3 seconds. I'm just trying to say, I wish it could be better. However, it's never going to be like that. It's the
Yeah,
sad
but
truth.
the best for you is that you still like get to eat things that are abused, but they just like have a more comfortable living experience before they get abused.
And the
That's
reason,
what your best scenario
well,
is.
the reason I consume that is because that's the quality I prefer. It's the taste I prefer. And like I said, in a perfect world, every product of meat and
But
poultry would be
mhm.
raised like that. Okay,
So
that's
you've tried like Impossible Burgers before?
yeah, I have, and I'm not going to try. I haven't tried it in the reasoning to say I'm going to eat this to maybe see if I like it and replace it. No, I just happened to be at a vegetarian restaurant. I'm not looking for a solution like that because what you need to accept, it's a hard truth. Nothing's going to ever change for the better in the way that you want it to be. It's not.
That's just dumb. That's another appeal to futility later.
But you
Yeah. So, Beetle Hug, how's it going?
After listening to the past two arguments, I hear what you say, and I feel abusing animals is wrong when you're doing it yourself versus like factory farming. And after hearing what you said, I really don't have any argument. Like I wish I did, but I really just don't. Like you are right about this. So.
Oh, damn. That's like very honest.
Yeah, you kind of like I like arguing, but you did just change my opinion. So I'll,
Well, if you like, I mean, you can DM me if you need like I'll like send you however much money a pack of like Impossible Burgers is at your local like like grocery store. I'll send you that amount of money and then you can like maybe try it out. Um, but yeah, um, well,
yeah.
there's like it's just like it's very easy because it seems like no matter what people care about, let's say that you care about the health of your body, we are omnivores, so that you can have just as good or better vegan or vegetarian diet. If you care about the environment, factory farm like they produce the most greenhouse gases. If you care about suffering, it like obviously like but yeah. Well, you can talk now, I guess.
Uh, I'm just gonna say I think for most people's opinions, like whenever people join, I think when they come into the argument, they're thinking since they're not doing it themselves versus someone else doing it. But when the other dude was talking about earlier is like you're gonna breed a cow, and that cow after sorry, someone listened to me. After like you breed that cow, no matter what, they're gonna die. And I think that's what he was talking about, but still that's really a cruel way of thinking.
Hmm.
But when he said die fast, I think he means just kill them with an air gun. But
Yeah,
I'm still like it's still like that's still abusing versus you not doing it or not seeing it, you're just buying it. And I think another problem is just people who can't afford it, like how cheap meat is right now. I mean,
yeah,
you could really just go to any store, get it cheaper versus that. And I think
yeah.
since it is cheaper and what we've grown up with, people don't want to explore out of their boundaries.
Yeah, and I
So
think that the first guy that came up, people really are alienated from the consequences of their actions. Like, let's just say that, like, but yeah, you made a good point. Like, because he like doesn't do it and he just pays for it. But I'm sure if you ask that guy, let's say that I don't punch my fist through your dog's kneecaps.
yeah,
I just pay somebody to do it. Am I doing a wrong thing by paying somebody to do that. No, I didn't punch them. And then he's gonna say, of course you're doing something wrong for participating in the set of things that allowed that action to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really. I mean, I came in. Originally, I was gonna say, I'm not hitting the animal, so it doesn't matter. But then, yeah, I'm still participating in the animal getting abused. So I don't really have nothing to
And
say.
like and people also have a misconception that like veganism is like don't eat meat, but like if I'm ever at a restaurant and I order some impossible burger, some places put cheese on it. I don't know why they would if it seems like it's an option for vegans, but some places do and they don't disclose it. And so like a cheddar cheese slice is on my burger. I think at that point I've done the wrong thing. The wrong thing is paying for it. The wrong thing is voting for it with my dollar. So I don't want to fix that wrong by throwing it away. I'll eat it because I feel remorseful and I don't want to waste it. But
Yeah.
that's I mean vegans differ in opinion. I'm not very in the majority on that one, but in the way that I cash out my values, it makes sense. But yeah,
Okay, before I go, I just want to say to the dude that commented, it's not cheaper. I would say it is definitely cheaper than vegetarian meats. I live in California, which is the number one. It produces the most foods, and every single time I'm gonna go on the highway, there's gonna be cows in trucks that are gonna die that same day. And if you go to Dollar General, the 99 cents, any store, there is gonna be meat for either cheaper and it might be worse meat, but it's still going to be cheaper. And those people who can't afford it, that's what they're going to get over something that's healthier, but it's going to be more expensive. So,
That's not like the domain of when we're
I mean,
discussing what you should and shouldn't do.
no,
That's
I'm
like
just saying
not
because
even relevant.
someone said it isn't cheap. It's not cheaper, but like if you go to like a Dollar Tree, Walmart, really any grocery store, there's going to be like actual processed meats that are cheaper. That was just what I was going to say.
yeah. I think that when people are thinking about going vegetarian or vegan, they're thinking like, okay, it's time to stop buying chicken and burgers and buy all those things that look exactly like and taste exactly like chicken or burgers, and like that is going to be expensive. Yeah, but if you like hard scrambled eggs, you'll love tofu, and if you like rice, then you're just set. And if you like potatoes, it's so versatile. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
I don't get it, but yeah.
All right,
Why in
dude.
the world would that be my first thought? Why would I think I could have to stop buying these like things that look like me?
Well, I think that a lot of people are they're used to what they know, and they're used to getting the Tyson Anytizers, and so they go get the vegan ones, and they're used to getting the Dino Nuggets, so they go to Aldi and get the veggie Dino Nuggets. I don't know.
Now why wouldn't your first thought be like, okay, I'm harming animals. Maybe we can find some type of, I don't know, literature that discusses, the types of creatures that are being harmed and where they're being harmed, and then not purchase those things. Like, I wouldn't. I mean, why? Like that's to me that level of reasoning is akin to saying I should go scour the road for roadkill so I can go eat that stuff. So I'm not being immoral.
I mean, W strategy. I'm just kidding. I just think people don't like reading about this kind of stuff. If they, I mean, there is a
Really dumb.
reason slaughtering meat hens is merciful, with a period at the end. Dang, he put a whole sentence in chat. Do you want to come talk about it, Hierophant?
I wanted to address the cost thing real quick, Zach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, to Beetle, because I was the one that made that comment. I would agree if you're
Hello?
putting like commercial veganism up against commercial meat eating, then I would say yes. Like if you're including things like going to Whole Foods to get Beyond Burgers or something like that, but that's not the totality of the diet, like remotely, right? Things like legumes, grains are excessively cheap, and you can get protein combinations with just a combination of like a rice and a legume, right? So that's what I'm referring to. But I would of course agree that like if you're buying Chow cheese, a brand of vegan cheese or something, that's going to be more expensive than
Yeah,
regular
if you get
cheese.
the Daya cauliflower
Right,
vegan
exactly.
pizza,
Yeah. That I would agree with, but that is not what eating a plant-based diet consists of in its entirety remotely, you know. So
So how,
that's all I
Can,
was addressing.
can I ask the host a question?
yeah, what's up, man?
I do agree with you a lot in part, even though I'm not a
Yeah, you're
vegetarian
good.
or vegan. But
Yeah, you're good.
I will say this: mankind, especially in cold weather, could have never survived without animals because it was the primary source of
Can we now?
the clothes that they wore to even survive in cold weather.
Can we now?
Well, Siberia, I know this. Siberia only has 2 months where plants can even grow.
Where do you live?
So most of the people that in Siberia eat whales and
Do
fish
you live in
and things of that
Do
nature.
you live in Siberia?
Well, that's not the argument. The argument is based on you're saying that it's cruel. It doesn't matter where you live at unless you're trying to define it to a different geographical location. That's the argument is whether it's
I'm
cruel or
not.
not.
Well,
See,
I'm not.
as soon as I change the geographical location, it doesn't fit your argument?
Oh yeah, my worldview crumbles as soon as you mention whale blubber. Yeah.
Well,
Let's just back up for a second. So there's an appeal to history going on, and there's an appeal to location going on. Both of those are not very good, reasoning processes.
why?
Yeah, because obviously, in the cases where, let's say that you're in Siberia, and let's just say it's the case that plants can't grow there, and
It
let's
is the
just say
case.
it.
It's not just the case. It is the case.
I'm granting that it's the case.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's just say that. And then let's just say that they have to eat animals to survive. Of course, it would be vegan to eat those animals because being vegan isn't not consuming animals, it's the minimization of suffering of sentient beings.
Is it still cruel?
Yeah, I would say it is.
So what?
Is robbing a bank to pay for your kids' leukemia still stealing?
No,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think you kind of hit on something I will agree with you on. I think it's in that situation, even though it's cruel, and I will agree with you, they're in a moral dilemma. They really don't have a choice.
Yeah, there's a difference between
where we do
morally
have choices. Where we do
morally
have
good,
choices.
bad, or permissible. In
Yeah.
that case, I would say it's bad, but I would say it's morally permissible.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But that's not a moral choice. Wait, just so I
Yeah.
understand, if I gave you, it's like, if I said, um, X impoverished person, or like, where I mean impoverished, I mean like bare poverty. I go up to, I say, you should donate to charity. Well, they clearly don't have the capacity to donate to charity, so that's not something they have the capacity to have some type of thought statement towards, right? Like, you can't be inclined to do what you should do if what you should do isn't like impossible.
Yeah.
And in the case of these Siberians or whatever, it's clearly impossible for them to follow such a diet. So we just would say that that's not a moral choice or any type of thing of a moral choice. They're just doing that because it's impossible to strive for what is good. But that doesn't, change the standard of what is good. Right?
Yeah.
If you live in America, well, fuck, you're not Siberian, buddy. It's more than possible, if not certainly probable, that you can adopt this diet.
I agree with that. I think that's good logic.
All
Yeah,
right, well
it's like
then,
not
I'm
donating to
not sure why
charity is
Siberia
immoral.
or anybody else is relevant, right? Like, bringing up those situations that are not moral dilemmas, right? Those people aren't in a moral dilemma, right? They probably, if they agree with us, would admit they're doing something wrong, but they don't have the capacity to do otherwise, so they can't be blamed for their actions.
Yeah, they're doing the least wrong thing. That's like voting for voting.
And so it's like, why bring up Siberia at all? Why not bring up
Damn.
like an actual moral dilemma?
Hierophant left, bro. I guess he only eats chicken because he said what did he say?
Slaughtering meat hens is merciful.
Yeah. Okay, so he only eats chicken. It's like
Well, that guy
obviously.
left too.
Well, yeah, he got mad, dude. There's so many vegan cheerleaders.
This
They
is
go,
why I'm a moral realist, Zach. This is why you should be. Look, there are some, clearly, Zach, there are some normative propositions that just contain, the structure of reasoning wherein it's always true in every world, which obviously just as moral realism is true.
well, I don't believe that.
You believe there's a possible world where that proposition is, that structure of reasoning is false?
More like I believe that there is a world where wait, but moral realist doesn't mean the same set of morals in all possible worlds, does it?
No, I'm saying the normative structure, which is, contained by the proposition, which is divorced from my stances, is going to be
Mm.
the truth there. It's just necessarily true.
Well, no, because I think that somebody could push back on that. Like they are making a moral choice, but it's just their hand is forced or something. But I didn't want to bring up any kind of that kind of deal. The
Okay.
reason that I'm not a moral realist, I'm inquiring for sure, but it's just because I don't. It doesn't really matter about what I'm going to choose to do, what the moral facts are.
But some type of like the if moral realism is true, then the reasons are non-normative and don't appeal to our
Yeah.
um like fact value distinction.
Yeah, if it is morally the case, like objectively, that like kicking homeless people is correct, I don't care.
Oh,
And
I,
morally, so like
I
pragmatically,
certainly I can send you literature about that distinction and like various different like not just my view on it, but like every realist view, because that's um like saying to the subjectivist, well, how is your view true? Or you'd have to affirm that this is good if X agent approves of X. It's like that type of shit.
really.
Yeah, it's like one of the primitive distinctions made in the beginning literature.
Well, I know that there's a difference between like because
Effect
two
and
more
value.
realists can disagree. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if both of them got it correct and it was something that they found morally repulsive.
Oh no, I'm talking about like uh if you have normative reason to do X, but you don't value X, then you ought not do X. Some type, well, at least my workaround for that type of thing is like Scanlon would talk about. Actually, sorry, Railton talks about this, where he says, "Look, you might not have that normative, or that you might not have that value for that normative reason, but the best possible you does have that value for that normative reason, and then you motivate that view from there."
So
Like,
and this
if
might be like Reddit level, but like let's so if you had a magic 8 ball
Mhm,
that said just like drinking piss is objectively moral,
mhm.
you would like know that the best version of yourself had some like normative like motivation for that, and you would like work to be in line with it, or you wouldn't care, but you would know that the best version of yourself has the normative demand.
Well, you present like P1 you wouldn't have that value. And I mean, that's the most uncharitable thing we could have said. But um, to take that exact thing,
Wait!
if
I can
you,
change it. There's a magic 8 ball that says eating chocolate is objectively bad.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's much easier to work with. So if you are getting out of like some type of dietary phase where you try to lose fat, and you have a very big craving for chocolate, right? You value chocolate. Um, if somebody were to say to you, if you were to analyze the moral reasons there, you would say, well, look, it is just true, right? There is some moral fact that eating chocolate is wrong. Um, and what that means is it appeals to your normative reasons, and the future you would actually hold those values cohesively. And how that's motivated is when you go to eat that chocolate, your digestion system just absolutely is repulsive towards it, given you've been dieting for this long. So even though there is some type of value you have, there's a different fact of the matter with respect to what is good for you.
Oh
Because
right,
afterwards you eat it.
when you get road rage, obviously you think that there's something good by jumping through the glass at whoever cut you off, but it's in your best interest actually to not do that.
Yeah, it's something like that. I mean, there are much worse refutations of it. That's sort of like, um, how do you even want to put it? There's a lot of debate over that, and there's a lot of responses to that. But that's one way to do it. There's a couple of others that I just find wildly stupid, but I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways, um, yeah, ethical veganism stands yet again, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's goaded. It's goaded. It doesn't matter what you care about. It's goaded.
Like, I don't think I've met, like, I tried to read the literature, like, against normative veganism, and there's like three papers against it, and they're just destroyed. It's like the three papers are at top, and then the next 35 are all responses to it, just annihilating the view.
Yeah, it's kind of very bad.
It's crazy.
I haven't gone live
Crazy.
in so long.
Tim's back. You can speak to Tim.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let's do it. I was gonna say he's a runner. Oh, now I can't. I was gonna.
Natural preference. No, it's a value. It's like some subjectivist account of values. I think Railton in that paper was responding to. I just listened to it today. She went to the University of Washington and she wrote her thesis on subjectivism. He was responding to her thesis on subjectivism, how it accounts for our facts, how it accounts for our values better than than like some realist view would account for it. But I'll have to send it in the Discord or something. Anyways, I know two people on this panel aren't vegans. One of them was converted successfully, even though I find that name Beetle to be a bit offensive to beetles. But the other
Dude,
person is not a
Beetle.
vegan.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Wait, Beetle Hug's goated. What's up, Jim? What's up, Wit?
Hello.
Wait, are you vegan?
I haven't gone live in so long.
I'm not vegan at all.
That's rough.
At all is weird.
Can I use context clues real quick?
Okay.
No dad?
Yeah.
Hey, so what's the live here? Let's see. It says there is nothing wrong with animal abuse. If you think it is wrong and you eat meat, request up. Is that the topic?
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Slurms, obviously.
Are you okay?
Let's see.
Picked me.
Yeah. Well, I guess on the topic of veganism, I tend.
That's pretty good. He did my bit.
Oh, yeah, I was in Jim's box. He wants up, Zach.
Okay. I'll let him up.
I'm sitting in one of my cars here.
I just got the wolf coin on Fortnite, so I. Oh wait,
what?
C-Mac. What's up?
Hi, friend.
Hey, it's been a long time.
What the
It's
hell?
been forever since you've been live.
It has been.
I missed your lives.
What's up, C-Mac?
Not a lot.
What's up? Do you think that there's something wrong with animal abuse?
Yes.
Do you eat meat?
Yes.
Blunder number one, bro. Now
I thought that's what I had to do to request up. I'm just going with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. That you, yeah. So I'm gonna ask you two questions. One's gonna be just open ended, and the other one is gonna be a series of just intellectual, rigorous, just linear. We're gonna explore your view. Okay. Now the first question is: do you think that it's wrong to take the life of something that doesn't want to die when you don't have to?
I think it depends.
On what? If you have to or not? You don't.
I don't have to?
No, it's stipulated that you don't have to.
Okay.
Like let's say that the thing that you're taking the life of is like an animal, and let's say that you don't have to on account of the fact that you're an omnivore, something like that.
Right.
Do you think that it's immoral to take the life of that thing when it doesn't want to die and you don't have to?
If it doesn't want to die?
And you don't have to, and you take its life anyway. Or let's say you pay your buddy to take its life. Do you think that's immoral?
I think it depends.
On what? Let's say let's say you give the let's say you give the reason why, where it would depend, and the
Like
answer would be
I don't think an ant wants to die. I have no problem with killing ants anyway.
well, yeah, but you don't eat
I don't
ants.
have to kill the ants,
Right,
but I
right,
don't
right.
think there's anything wrong with killing the
That's
ants.
true. I should change the prompt to if you eat meat and you don't eat ants.
Okay.
That's kind of like a silly way to get out of the objection because like
No, but I wanted to think, is there things that don't want to die? I'm assuming ants don't want to die, but I think I don't find them more.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if ants are sentient or if they are just like because they're like kind of hive minded. So I don't know what account of subjective qualia they have,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's just say that okay. Thank you for pointing out an error in my question. I'll re-ask it.
Okay, how about rats? I don't have a problem with killing rats.
Mm-hmm. What about cows? What about cows?
No, cows would die if we didn't breed them into existence anyway.
Right. So we're kind of like, I agree. They would almost go extinct, right?
Not almost, they would.
Yeah.
Only
So
immediately.
let's say you have a world where no people exist, and then you have a world where people exist and they're tortured infinitely for infinite time. Which world would you rather instantiate if you could pick?
Am I a human in this scenario?
No, you're like the arbiter. You're like the OG.
Oh well, then I don't care.
You don't care
If
whether
I'm
there's no
if
people
I'm the
or
ultimate
infinite
God,
torture for
he
infinite
obviously
time?
doesn't care whether we suffer for all times or we're just perfectly fine and everybody's cool. So if I'm the OG, I don't care. If I'm the human, I care.
Why are you okay with killing rats?
Because I don't want rats in my home.
Oh, cows are in your home, and that's when you
I
take the life
I
of
also didn't care if I killed cows.
Oh right. But are they in your home or a different reason?
Well, no, because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't exist.
What is the? How do you get me from there's a rat in my house to I'm fine with just murdering them?
And I did not know that humans made cows, by the way. I didn't know that they just created them.
Okay. All right. The cows that currently exist would no longer exist if not humans taking care of them.
Right, but that's where my video game kind of God creator of the universe analogy comes in, because let's say, because you said, and just correct me if I'm wrong, you said you don't have a preference between a world where nobody exists and a world where infinite people exist and are tortured for infinite time. You said you have no preference. Is that true?
But I'm the God in the omnipresent God in this scenario, correct?
Yeah, and you have your same morals, but you.
Hi, Julian. I love you. Come up, please.
I have like biblical God-like Old Testament morals.
It's just you, and you have the power to press a button, and that button, either you press it and world A gets instantiated where nobody exists, or you don't press it and world B gets instantiated where infinite people are tortured for infinite time. Which one are you pressing it or not?
Okay. As the person I am now, I guess I would press with my personal morals as of right now. I guess I would press the world with nobody.
Okay, cool.
Wrong answer.
So we
Why is it the
agree.
wrong answer?
Wait, so it's not. There's no wrong answer. So we agree that it's better for something to not exist than to exist and suffer, right?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily want to just watch people suffer, but I was giving it from my perspective right now as having been a human.
Oh, you wouldn't have to watch it. It would it would be like a subscription service. You pay like, let's say $200 a week, and then they're just tortured for you.
But but again, as from my life experience as a human, I'm going to empathize with the humans.
Right. And then what's the kind of thing that makes a human not worth taking their life? Like what kind of stuff do we care about people?
A pedophile, I don't care about his life.
Yeah,
that wasn't the question.
That wasn't.
What's the question? So what about a person
No,
who makes me not care about his life? If he's a pedophile, I no longer care about his life.
No, first of all, I appreciate the honesty, and I appreciate how fast that answer came to your head. Okay, now
That's when I stopped caring about your life.
Okay, well, I would say that's even a step too far. You know, I would stop caring about it a little bit. But anyway,
Well, I mean, there's other things.
no, it's all good. Let me re-ask the question again.
Okay.
By the way, I loved you in Breaking Bad.
What is it? Okay, now wait a second. I get that everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Just because I have no hair does not make me Hank Schrader. I don't understand this.
I thought it was Jesse Pinkman.
It's the fact that you're also.
I guess I assumed too quickly.
It's the fact that you're also a cop. So I kind of.
Right. Yeah.
I thought he was that black
Yeah,
guy.
you
from-
took down Heisenberg.
Yeah,
Wait, you're a cop?
I am, yes.
Oh, so you stopped caring about people's lives like way before that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
And we could even dark tread that one, but we won't, yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay,
You're
so
going
here's the
to hell.
I'm an atheist. I'm already going to hell. It doesn't matter.
Oh, nice. Okay, so at least
Atheist
cool.
cop.
Oh, Cage, I can call him the word. We talked about because he's a cop.
Yeah, you can. Okay, so here's the question.
He has one right view so far. So.
That's true. You're correct. And we know he's reasonable, so cool. Now here's the question again, because I kind of left you open for the kid fucker thing.
Oh.
Okay. Now
You're gonna close the loophole now. All right.
yeah, I'm gonna like Bruce Willis and Looper.
Yeah, I got you. We went back. That didn't happen. Okay, we're starting over. Got it.
Wait, I loved you in Looper, by the way.
Jesus Christ. Every time.
Okay.
I loved you in every movie where there was a bald actor. That was great.
Dude, wait, you see how much fun we're having though, C-Mac?
I'm having a blast, man.
You should be vegan.
Yeah, a psycho comedian who fucking kills rats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's the question.
Wouldn't wanna kill rats.
Here's the question. And this is kind of the doozy of a question, okay?
Okay.
But you're a cop, so I know that you can track
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
Here
Okay.
you go. What is it that's true of a cow that, if that thing were true of a human, would make you okay with factory farming them for hamburgers?
Okay, it had to be true of a cow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get lost on it. So it has to be.
Let's
true of a
imagine
cow.
there's a list of properties that are true of a cow.
Okay.
Some things that are on that list could be like has a tail, has hooves, some stuff like that. Has relatively low intelligence.
Fucks kids, whatever.
Yeah. And then let's say that there's a list of traits true about a human. Now, if we were to move,
Has hooves, has a tail.
has a tail, hates cows.
I feel like it would no longer be a human and be a cow, but okay.
That's kind of wow. You're kind of like way smarter than most other people. But yeah, so let's say that we're taking traits from that first list and we're putting them on the second list.
Yeah.
What traits would have to be on the second list for you to look at that being that was a human, but now we've changed it a little bit, and you go, I don't really care if we grind that thing up for hamburgers. Yeah, in fact, let's just.
I feel like we've already answered this one. If you change the traits to where it looks like a cow and it tastes like a ribeye, all right, I'm okay with it.
Okay, yeah, let's test that. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah, let's say that tomorrow. Who's the smartest guy you know?
That I know personally?
No, you don't have to know him personally.
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay, cool. Let's say that Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Totally mispronounced it. I'm aware. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's the smartest person you know. Shit.
So let's just say that tomorrow Neil deGrasse Tyson unveils this Zappatronic 5000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he invites you because you're like his biggest fan. He invites you, and your mom's cool. She's chilling.
My mom's dead.
What?
Okay.
My mom's dead.
Do you have kids? Or do you have a family? Do you have a wife?
So
or
you're
a
gonna
husband?
you gotta make it a loving person in my family. Okay, I see where we're going.
Yeah.
I have kids and a wife. Yes.
Are you a child of divorce?
Are you a child of divorce?
I am also a child of divorce. I'm
Okay.
adopted too. Let's get all the way back to my beginnings. This will be fun.
Wait. You're adopted. Oh my god. Okay, so listen. Let's say that Slurms he texts you that Neil deGrasse Tyson wants you and your wife in the middle of Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
And he unveils his Zappatronic 5000, and he goes,
I have one of those.
You're never going to believe what this shit can do. And you, trusting him, say, Go ahead, show me Neil deGrasse Tyson. Bro, let me get this cat.
Hi, cat.
Wait, that's why you've been running?
Oh,
No.
that's the kind of cat.
Okay, now there's a cat and Piper's trying to sleep and he's being annoying. Okay, so let's say, and then you go, I trust you, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then he zaps your wife with this gun and it transfigurates her like an Animorphs cover to be a cow, but has the same mental states as your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now it tastes like a ribeye and it looks like a cow. Are you
You
okay?
say
with
my
that?
wife tastes like a ribeye? Motherfucker, what are you tasting my wife for?
Okay.
Yo,
Well,
Zach?
I didn't want you to find out this way, but
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And if I raised a cow from birth and you had it as a pet, I wouldn't probably eat it either. Because
Yeah,
I have
so-
an
but that-
emotional
you know what
tie
that
to
tells me,
particular
C-Mac?
cow. But
Yeah,
that doesn't mean his
tells
brother
me-
that I didn't ever meet, I wouldn't go ahead and eat.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm trying to get you to do.
I
You're
know
saying-
what you're trying to get me to do.
If
You're
you
trying to
raised
get
the
me to
cow
use
from
pet
birth,
cow.
that means you groomed your wife.
No, I was just. This is a different cow. This is not my
Who's the
own
cow? Who's the cow fucker
This is
now?
not the wife cow slurms.
Oh.
No.
Wait, you called his wife a cow?
No,
Yeah.
no, the cow wife. Because she got zapped by Neil deGrasse
Yeah, the
Tyson.
newly cow wife, not currently.
Okay,
a cow
so-
wife.
Wait, is Neil deGrasse Tyson fucking the cow wife?
What's
What are we
the
talking about?
big idea of this guy zapping people's wives and turning them into cows?
But then he does a trick with inertia and a bowling ball pendulum that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
He goes, now why didn't I flinch? And then you punch him in the mouth.
Look, I think C-Mac is very good at handling your questions, Zach, because he deals with like drunk people all the time.
Well, they do ask, the same kind of question. Why did I have to go now?
You know,
Right.
what if Neil deGrasse Tyson ate your wife? And then,
What?
okay, I'm just gonna, here's your rights. That's it.
What?
Wait, C-Mac doesn't give people rights; he takes them away.
Oh, no. But I read it to them before I take them away. These
Oh,
are,
nice.
here they are. And now I will remove them.
Okay, now back to the being linear. We're very
Back to-
linear here.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Yeah, we're super linear.
Cow wife.
Have you ever done an interrogation, C-Mac?
Yeah, I've been doing this
Okay,
for
well, we're gonna do a little role reversal. Okay, so sit
All
down
right,
and
you're
shut
going to
the
interrogate
fuck
me
up.
again.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So are you gonna factory farm a cow with your wife's mental states?
No.
No, and you're not gonna factory farm a cow that you care about either, right? Because you
We
said if
discussed- I
you
said
raise
that
one from
once.
birth.
If I raised it as a pet, I probably would not feel like I want to eat that one.
Yeah, but that's all that vegans are trying to do is like you're just saying that if you cared about cows, you wouldn't pay for them to be abused.
Correct.
Yeah. So what stops you from caring about cows? Is it just that the abuse doesn't happen in front of you?
Well, maybe something
No,
like
I-
starving. You would
I
probably.
had family that raised beef, so I've seen it.
Yeah, but if you had a
it's
family that raised you
cost.
that played weird games of hide and go seek, you wouldn't continue that tradition.
Say it again.
Yeah, if your family when they raised you, sorry, that's a big sore subject. Oh no, you were adopted, not a foster kid.
Yeah, I was adopted.
Okay, cool.
Shortly
Yeah, if your
thereafter.
family did weird stuff to you growing
Just
up,
the first one gave me away. No big deal. Not bitter or anything. We're fine.
yeah. So moving past your trauma dump there, I don't know
Right,
why.
right.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in your family that's alive?
Is there anyone in my family that's alive?
Yeah.
No.
Not to him.
I mean, like my immediate family, my wife, my kids are alive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble thinking about what I was asking because you brought up his dead family.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's very fucked up. Now, okay, C-Mac, what stops you? What stops you from caring about a cow?
I have no emotional attachment to the cow.
That's just to say you don't care about them, right?
Right.
I'm asking you why. What stops you? Because you care about dogs, right?
Some dogs.
Yeah. So let's just say
I
that
don't care about your
let's
dog.
just say we're factory farming dogs. Are you voting for that with your dollar?
For factory farming dogs
Would you vote for that with your dollar? Yeah.
with my dog.
Yeah, like buy it from the grocery store is what I'm just using big boy terms.
Yeah, no, I
Wouldn't
don't.
it be more expensive though, since like they're less tender,
Yeah,
less meat?
probably. Let's just say it was the exact same. In fact,
No,
Great
I would
Great
not buy.
Danes?
I would not buy dog. I would not suddenly go out and buy dog.
Yeah. Okay, so you wouldn't support it with your dollar. That's what we're
Correct.
using slang.
I got you.
First for everything.
Yeah. By the way, CMAC, if I say calc, it's short for calculator. I'm just
If I say MF, you know what it's short for then, right?
okay. Now, that's just to say that you don't have an emotional attachment to them. It's just to say that you don't care about them. And I'm asking, what's the difference? What's the symmetry breaker where you wouldn't participate in that system if it were dogs, but you will in the case that it's cows? Because it seems to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not.
The same one that makes you not give a crap about the ants, but
No.
you care about cows. That's just
No,
who
yeah,
you
but
are.
okay. So okay. Are you sure it's the same one? Because I'm about to intellectually dog walk you if it's the same one.
I'm okay if you intellectually dog walk me.
Okay.
I'm open to being intellectually dog
If
walk.
CMAC raised
he
his
likes
own
it.
ants, he would.
If I had an ant farm, like I named them all, and this is Blackie, and that's Inky, and
Wow.
Oh wait, wait,
Wow.
ants are Black. Come on.
There's a conjunct. There's a conjunct of you being a cop.
Now I
and
believe he's a cop.
He's a cop. Yeah. Okay,
It makes
so.
sense now.
This one's Asian-y.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
God! Wait, you're gonna have to request back up. Okay. Because what makes me unsure in the ant case is I'm not so sure that they are having a subjective experience. I'm not so sure that it's like something to be an ant. But because I don't know, I err on the side of caution. They seem like they have the potential to be having a sentience experience, so I don't consume them. I used to light them on fire when I was a kid, but come on.
Just so I'm clear, a string of ants is walking through your kitchen and on your countertops. You're not spraying them with Raid.
I might
squish with my
smash a
fingers.
couple with my thumb. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. I think we're in the same ballpark now.
Well, I don't think so because you support abusing 2.2 trillion animals per year.
How many
That's a lot
ants
of
do you think there are? I bet there's a ton more ants than that.
Dude, but
There's at least three times as many ants as that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think there's got to be at least thousands of ants? Okay, sorry. But that's going to be 2.2 trillion cows, pigs, chickens, and fish a year. That's way.
Are we going to do ants, cockroaches? I won't go down the whole.
CMAC, if nothing else, you should at least care about pigs.
Yeah, true.
Why?
Because you're a racist
I
cop.
knew. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it.
Because you're a racist cop. Sorry, I meant you're a cop.
Yeah.
Zach, honestly, I feel like he's fucking cooking you.
Yeah,
I think
the ants.
Dude, if so let's say you could swap all factory farmed animals for ants, would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't?
You
dumb
what?
fuck. You dumb
What?
fuck. C-Mac, you're under arrest for being so stupid.
Wait, no. Okay. What?
If you
Would
could,
I swap?
wait. Here's the question. If you could change all the all the cows and pigs and chickens and fish that are factory farmed to ants being factory farmed in their place, would you do it?
No.
Do the ants have the exact same? I mean, are they going to become, big enough? to eat?
Wait, C-Mac, do you think that an ant feels and experiences as much as a cow?
as
Does
much
that
as
make it any less
as much
valuable?
as
Wait,
Of
yeah.
wouldn't
course it
ants
does.
feel?
Yeah, I'm
Wouldn't
gonna
they
say
feel
I'm gonna
more?
say an ant probably experiences close to the same way as a cow or a chicken.
You
Or
do? That's the
you
dumbest
really
thing I've
don't
ever
think
heard in my
so?
life.
But
And I've
cows
heard
don't have
Kate.
colonies.
I
If
mean,
you'd studied more in high school, you
when
wouldn't
you
have
started
had
to
to been a
like your
cop.
We
ant,
all
when
know
you
why he
wait,
became a cop is because he wasn't smart enough to go to college.
I absolutely went to college, bitch.
Oh
Oh
no!
shit!
What?
Oh shit!
Listen here,
He said bitch.
I'm
Wait,
just
absolutely.
kidding. I'm
Let
We
just
me.
just
kidding.
got cooked.
First Amendment.
He
Can,
fit
wait,
Also,
can,
right. He fit right
Wait,
into
Jim's
the
got to say
group.
something.
He
go
fit
ahead.
right into the group with that one.
Yeah. Listen. I just want to clear something up. As far as slurs go, I also think Wit is a bitch. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Oh man, am I?
Now,
I
C-Mac,
feel
I need
sick
to
having
hear
to
But
do this
you.
topic.
okay, so I'm
Nothing.
back to when you're lighting your ants when you were a kid.
Uh-huh.
Were they not running for their lives as you held the? I mean, they didn't just stand there.
I
and
don't.
go,
They
oh,
were
this feels
already
good.
running. They were already running. Answer on the schedule.
Yes. They
Now,
run
listen,
away
C-Mac,
from the pain. They run
let's
away from the
play.
sad
Let's play
Did
20
you know if
questions.
you boil ants, you can hear their screams?
I didn't know that.
Let's play. You ask a question, then I ask one. Okay, you just ask one. Now I'll ask one. Okay, and this is only to C-Mac. You think? Let's say I take out a hammer, and I smack an ant, right?
Mhm.
And then I take the 20-minute process it's going to take for me to take the life of a cow with a hammer.
20-minute process. I can put that cow down in less than the
Bro.
10th of a second.
I actually
You know
wasn't
how
done.
they
My,
kill
I actually wasn't
cows?
done. I actually wasn't done with my question, C-Mac. So
Sorry,
I'm getting
sorry.
grace. Yeah. No.
Sorry.
Look. Okay. I bang an ant. Sorry, I'm attracted
Whoa.
to it. I'm attracted to it.
Okay, I'm out, guys. It's been fun, but I'm
Sorry,
going.
I meant to say I have sex with an ant.
That's
I
not
know what you
better.
meant to say.
So I hit an ant with a hammer,
Uh-huh.
and then I take the life of a cow with a hammer. You think both of those go through equal amounts of suffering?
I mean, obviously, I can smash the ant much quicker with the hammer because of size.
Yeah.
But I can smack that cow with the hammer and still kill him in short order.
Yeah, but the cow's
But
cow's probably going to do things like.
here's the crazy thing.
Here, tell me the
Even
crazy thing.
as a meat eating human, I prefer that the cow feel the least amount of pain in its death, and that's why we process it the way we do.
Why?
Fucking
Why do you prefer that?
Evolution, I'm assuming that we've evolved to have more empathy for things.
Oh,
that,
don't give me that, you
uh,
fucking atheist. Evolution this, evolution that. Yeah.
Oh, look at me, yo! I'm just a big bang monkey.
Oh, I'm just matter in motion. First of all, that is wrong.
Wait, so you're religious?
I'm not religious. I'm having fun.
Oh.
About it.
Oh, never mind.
Now, C-Mac, you think that while you're taking the life of the cow, it's going to do things that you would
I
associate
thought we
with
got
pain?
to take turns with these questions.
Oh, go ahead, then, dumbass. Oh, that was your question. That was your
No,
question.
can I
just
no,
Okay.
no, that was my answer, not my question.
Yeah, go
Oh.
ahead. He is sus.
So now my question
Yeah,
was
so
asking.
listen,
what
I think you're right, but I just have cognitive dissonance, and like steak is tasty, so I just don't care that much. I'm gonna be real.
Wait, I thought you said wait. That's going to be a contradiction because you said that you do care and you don't care.
No, I'm saying I think you're right, right? Like I think you're like what you're saying is probably true, right? But I just like to taste the meat. So I mean, pause.
Okay,
hold on.
yeah.
I
So
like to taste the
let's
steak.
just can I do a consistency test?
I mean, there is no. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying that I'm doing a moral wrong.
Can I do a consistency test?
How so?
Oh, his voice.
Oh, maybe you find out. Just say yes. I can.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so humans to you are just as tasty as animals are. Is it okay to do the moral wrong of eating them?
No, it's not
Uh-oh.
consistent. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just telling you that it's not. Like I think you're right. I just think people have a shitload of cognitive dissonance, and they just sort of like rationalize these things out of their heads.
What do you think's better, to love and lose, or to never love at all?
Well, what am I losing? No, I lose my house because on those conditions,
You're losing your spot. Request back up, dumb fuck. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit.
Okay, so wait, here's us. What? I would think that cognitive dissonance is not an appropriate name for what's happening. I
No,
think
I'm,
cognitive dissonance is the kind of thing that goes unnoticed by the person having the mental state.
yeah. Well, I'm not saying I'm not. I'm like, well, I'm saying I'm doing the more wrong. I understand that it's morally wrong. I'm just doing it anyways. I'm saying the majority of the public who argue against what you're saying just have that. They're not aligning with their belief, but they just don't know it.
Yeah,
Because there is no
and
real,
you're
like,
saying, do you think that if I could show them that they weren't in line with their moral beliefs, that they ought be in line with them?
they probably wouldn't because people are just stubborn like that. I mean, it's
Okay,
just,
that's dodge number one. Do you think that they ought be in line with them?
what do you mean? I ought to be like? Do you think they should? Like, they should stop eating meat?
Yeah, ought, should, normative, guides
sure.
action.
I don't think the majority of people would, just because it's the way
But
I'm
you think they should, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right, so you should, right?
Yeah, but I just don't. That's what I'm saying in the beginning, dude. I'm like, I don't know if this is like.
Yeah, he's just admitting that he's a piece of shit.
I mean, I get. Damn, Wit. Okay, well, do you eat meat?
No.
I do.
Oh.
I'm like what I'm saying is that like we're all pieces of shit. So I'm
Yeah,
saying-
well,
not me.
Shit.
Not me, and not Jim, and not Beetle Hug.
Not me either.
Look, the only like, you know, honest admission from anybody is to admit that we're pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's why we need a savior.
Exactly.
Wait, he is sus. Don't you realize that you're like doing something immoral when you eat meat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just
committing a
kidding.
moral act,
I just
so.
have everybody's trying to tell me that you've been like admitting to it, and I of course I fucking know that because I'm a human and I listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're a piece of shit, man.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think I'm a piece of shit. I just think I like meat.
No, I'm kidding. I think so too. You know what? Want to know? And this is kind of the secret sauce. You want to know the second biggest thing I think that vegans should or non-vegans should say, but they don't say?
What's up?
They should say that it. Well, this is the thing. I just realized as I was about to say this, I was about to say the same thing that you just said. So now I kind of feel stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
Does anybody else get really anxious when he starts prefacing something? You like the
Yeah,
light
he's about to
go down?
fucking end the live, yeah.
Look at you Pavlovian creatures.
Yeah.
I will
guys,
say,
I'm gonna
like,
take a
I've
shit.
interacted
I'll
with
be
the
back
idea
later.
of
Like, I literally anticipated it. I thought
It's a
he's
really
about
Bye,
good
Beetle Hug.
option.
Enjoy your shit.
Thank you.
You shouldn't eat anything.
No one else is gonna say it.
Huh?
No one else said it.
How do you say your name, by the way, host? RTHRTNW? Like,
It's pronounced X Mad X World X.
It's pronounced right here, right now.
I'm not saying all that shit. Oh, okay, right here, right now. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say right.
You can also call me Zach.
You can call
Okay,
him
Zach, that's
Mr.
better.
Right.
I've interacted with the idea of veganism, and it does seem like coherent and everything, but it's just a big like life change. That's really the only thing stopping me. I mean, I just don't know any. There was like I don't know. I might try it one time just for like a week or something if I can stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that most people like comforting foods. Let's see, potatoes, tofu, rice. Come on. Do you like scrambled eggs?
Yeah, I like all that shit. I mean, I'm a.
You just
Do you like
put
wait?
tofu
My diet
under
is mostly just
comforting
fucking
food.
meat and beans and rice all the time. So
Yeah, but do you think do
Comforting
you
in the
like
sense that you like all by
do you like
yourself.
do you like hard scrambled eggs like kind of overcooked even?
yeah, I mean, I just like eggs, bro. I mean, shit.
Dude, tofu feels exactly like that shit, and it's so good.
I've tried tofu, but it's really dependent on what you're eating it with. Like, if it's just straight tofu, it just feels really odd.
I don't think anybody.
It's so bad. But if you order like Chinese takeout and you get like General Tso tofu with like fried rice, oh my fucking god, it's so good.
Yeah.
Ew.
Can you agree with me though that a lot of vegans, they, like, I'm not. This sounds like very like antagonistic. I'm saying a lot of vegans, they sort of.
Oops. No, I'm just kidding. Request back up. Request back up. I had to do it for the bit.
Oh my god, Jim, shut up.
Is it immoral for me to jaywalk?
What the hell? What the hell did I do?
I'm just kidding. It was a bit. I do that. It's a bit. Sorry.
All right, but like some vegans definitely do just convert to veganism to have like a fuck you card over people.
Well, yeah. But that's like saying that some like let's say it's like some schmetophiles only stop having sex with children so they can be like morally superior. Like I don't know. Like
I mean, shit. Come on, you can't call schmetophilia as bad as fucking eating meat though.
You can't call it as bad. Wait, I think it's worse.
Think so?
Oh
You
my
think it's
God.
worse? Nah,
I
hell
think
no.
that having sex with children is worse than eating meat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can, yeah, it's worse. Like
Oh, why were you fighting so hard to say it wasn't? Then that was weird.
no, that's not what I was saying. I was saying like
This guy.
you can
Wait,
compare
this
the
guy's
two.
sus. Everybody report this guy.
Why
Hey,
is this
my
guy?
name.
Why is he using slurs?
Yeah.
How long have you been vegan for?
Like 4 years now. 5 maybe. I'm trying to remember if I was vegan
We're all
before the
born
pandemic.
vegan.
Huh?
Are we all born vegan?
Yeah.
We're all born vegan, and the rest is drag.
And then they eat meat.
I mean, presuming that you were breastfed, that's not vegan.
What do you mean? Of course,
in your
vegan.
mouth, and then
Of
it's
course,
all
breast
downhill
milk's
from
vegan. You
there.
dumb fuck.
Wait! I was running under the assumption your mother didn't love you, and so
My
she
mom
didn't
does love
breastfeed
me.
you. That was a sexist joke.
Oh,
Wait, just Jim needed to say something.
what the fuck? What, Jim? What'd you say?
I said we were all born vegan, and they shove a tit in your mouth, and it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that breastfeeding is vegan if it's consensual, obviously.
What?
Yeah, it's like dumbasses asking like.
Wait,
From
so
an animal.
newborn babies
You
can't
like-
consent.
I'm
Zach.
sorry, it's produced by an animal, according to your view.
What do you mean?
Right,
According
right
to
now,
my,
doesn't
according
it
to
like
reality,
hunting?
wit. Now, the thing that you're blundering is that veganism is not eating stuff that's from animals. That's not what it is. Dumb fuck.
All right, fine. What the fuck ever? I don't know what veganism is.
It's like those. It's like those stupid people that say like, is guzzling nut vegan? Is it consensual? If it is, of course it is. What do you mean?
Well, then I can never go vegan.
What do you mean? Okay, all right. I
That's
know.
far too
I don't
real.
even know what that means.
I actually felt uncomfy when Slurm said that.
I'll say it slower. And like
No,
a
please
weird-
don't.
Oh, now I can never go vegan
If slurping frothy ejaculate.
Okay,
because I love guzzling cum.
so it's just reducing unnecessary suffering then? Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're saying nobody suffers when they're sucking on a tit? Is that what
I
you're
guess we
saying?
know. I guess we know what we have to do now if we want possibly necessary pee off a panel.
Oh yeah, true.
Necessarily want necessary pee back on the. Oh no, he's gone. I'll never talk about swallowing nut again. Christ.
I used to pee in a box.
You homophobes? Oh great.
What's up, Edgelord?
Speaking of homophobes.
Hey, how's it going?
How's Are you here for the prompt?
I'm here for the people. I like all these people.
Oh, nice.
I don't like you.
Wow.
No, I'm playing. I didn't even know him. All I remember from Lord is that one time him and P were
Hello.
talking, and he was
Hello.
like, "Those words are too big. I don't understand them." And I was like, "What?"
I think I remember that.
Mars, this isn't chatterbait.
Oh my god. I actually don't support PMR slander on my channel unless it's for his debate skills.
I'm literally
or-
kidding. I don't care.
Wait, Wit, don't fucking interrupt me again.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm not gay. I would be into Wit if it wasn't for her personality.
Oh, wow.
If you can make fun of PMRs about his debate skills or his racism stuff, but nothing else, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Were the
Is it-
racism
I also
allegations?
have a proposal from PMAR, so that's just not true.
What?
Yeah, it said, "Will you marry me and change your personality?"
It really does.
Welcome, Mars.
I love
Um, Wait, Edgelord, are you vegan?
Okay, whatever.
Oh no, I love me a steak.
Blunder number one, buddy. Do you think that NL abuse is wrong?
You're good. Define abuse.
However you define
I'm
it.
so
I'm
He's
critiquing your view. So however you define it.
Yeah, I like chickens. I like cows.
Oh, you're
I like
you're
a-
spurging out. You're spurging out. You're supposed to be providing a definition of abuse because obviously
I asked you for that though.
And then what did I say, slow boy?
Ooh.
Whatever
Oh.
definition you use, EJ.
What did I say, slow boy? What did I say, brain dead slow boy? I said it's an internal critique, so it would be what you mean by abuse. Do you think the statement there is nothing wrong with animal
Oof.
abuse. Do you think that's correct or incorrect?
Well, abuse by nature is wrong, so it'd have to be wrong.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what you mean by it or me. So when you asked me what I meant by it, that was a dodge.
Yeah,
Oh,
if he asks you, is there ice cream in the bowl? If you say I don't know what flavor, that's a dodge.
True.
what if it's
Now,
vanilla though?
you think that it is wrong, and you eat meat. Do you think that the meat that you eat is involves abuse?
I suppose what the purpose of animals is part of the question. Like
I
if you,
didn't. That was,
The
if you're
purpose of
eat,
animals is to get
yeah,
abused.
no, like the purpose of animals is relevant. So are they here for us to consume or not? I think
oh
is an
wait, are you
important
religious?
question.
Are you religious?
And define religious, I don't know. I belong
Oh
to
Do
my
you, do you
god.
believe
Jesus.
in something that created the universe?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's just
Okay, yeah, that's
intellectual.
okay. That's where all this brain dead purpose
Were
stuff is coming
animals
from.
Oh
promised
my
to you
god.
5,000 years ago?
Yeah, I'm a moron who believes in purpose. That is correct.
Oh, we know.
That's another obvious straw man, but I can tell that you're kind of getting upset, so we can stop talking about it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not upset. I'm actually very intrigued.
This guy's so mad. He's so emotional.
Oh my god,
I'm
stop yelling.
pissed.
Stop
I
yelling,
You
dude.
can't.
fucking scumbag.
I'm
You are
Now,
not his
raging out.
epistemological peer.
Yo,
All right.
chat. Yo, chat, why is he so mad?
yo, so here's the question. Okay,
I like
do
questions.
you, do you think that if humans are being factory farmed, that it would be morally good to pay for that to happen?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay. Do you think that if cows were being factory farmed, that it would be morally good to pay for that to happen?
Humans are factory farming.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute P Mars.
Wait, well, host, what do you think is the difference between a cow and a human? I'm curious.
Oh, I will answer that as soon as I didn't hear the answer to my question. If cows were being factory farmed, would it be morally good to pay for that?
Like with money, pay for that? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like with money or goods or transfer of items.
With your body.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, like sexually? Oh, fuck.
Okay, so in one case it is morally permissible, and in one case it's morally impermissible. My question is, what is it that's true about a cow that, if it were true of a human, would make it morally permissible to pay for them to be abused and
Oh, that's
slaughtered for
easy.
hamburgers?
Well, if a cow was made in the image of God, then it wouldn't
Oh
be
my
good.
god. So
That's easy.
crazy.
Why are you coming after Hinduism like that?
Because it's objectively false.
Wait, when you say objectively, you don't know what that
Okay, I love
means.
you.
Though.
No.
You can't do this.
Dito,
That's
I
so
love
cool.
you too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Love you too.
You said they're made in the image of God.
Yeah, if cows were made in the image of God, it'd be totally wrong.
Okay, let's just say that tomorrow, the whatever God is correct comes down to you and says, "You see that mole on your mom's left cheek? That means she wasn't made in my image." Are we okay with factory?
What kind of cheek are we talking about here?
Let's just stipulate that your mom has a
Vaginal
mole.
cheek.
Oh.
Okay. This guy. Okay, yeah. So let's just say that you get confirmation from the Lord God that your mom was not made in His image. Are you factory farming those beings for food?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I think I'd probably say that I was having a false revelation.
Well, let's just say it's stipulated. You know what a hypothetical is? Let's just say it's stipulated that
I've
it's
never
not.
heard that word before. Could you
What's
define it?
hypothetical?
Oh, we gotta define, guys.
So much.
Yeah, fake situation, no real person asking gets to set up reality however they want to stress test consistency. Is that a good definition for you?
Yeah, I guess I have to play by that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a false revelation. God told you that your mom was not made in His image, and in
God
fact,
sounds like a total dick.
okay, so all people born in Scotland aren't made in God's image. Now, are we factory farming those ginger fucks, or if they're ginger, I'm not really sure.
think they're just Scottish.
Now,
Is this a haggis dig?
is it morally permissible to factory farm Scottish people now?
Oh man, what did God say about them again? I forget.
They're not made in His image.
Okay, they're trash. Got it. If they're trash, then we can do whatever we want as long as it's like sustainable.
Why does it have to be sustainable if they're not made in God's image?
Well, because we have to be good stewards, obviously.
What would a good steward? Let's say that like steward of a school or something, steward of over a flock, steward like that. Yeah.
I don't, steward of a school? What does the
Yeah,
school
like
have to do with anything?
some figurehead that's in charge of a group of something, right?
Yeah, like responsibly, sustainably governed.
Killing, yeah, like
Yeah.
responsibly taking their lives, yeah.
Yeah, responsibly killing them, not
Now,
irresponsibly killing them.
is it an essential property of a good steward that they kill some of their stock, or could you be a good steward without taking the life of any of your stock and just taking care of them?
I don't know, I guess.
What
Sure.
do you mean you don't know? You said that it's okay to do what we want to Scottish people because we have to be good stewards, and now you're saying you don't know what makes a good steward?
What if they taste really good and I need sustenance?
Are you memeing right now?
No, I'm trying to play this hypothetical. I thought that's what we were doing.
You're memeing.
No, I'm playing the hypothetical. You set the terms.
Okay, now let's say your mom tastes really good, and you. Well, let me tell you from experience. Your mom tastes really good. No, but would you eat your mom?
What?
Wait, what did God say about my mom first?
No, no.
You didn't hypothetical that.
He said.
He did. She also listened.
He said, and I quote, "Break her neck, and pew pew down her throat." That's what he said.
Oh, and this is hypothetical where it's like definitely God saying the
Yeah,
truth.
it's definitely God.
Okay, well, then I guess I have to do what God says, I guess.
Okay, now I'm off of veganism. If God told you that you need to torture infinite people for infinite time, what would you do?
I mean, God said it. I
Yeah.
gotta do it. In your hypothetical.
Yeah, but you understand that like hypothetical could just be a future state of this world.
Hypothetically, it could be a future state. What does
No,
that mean?
a hypothetical when we talk about possible worlds. One of the possible worlds is this world, just at a different time.
Oh, like the
So-
multiverse?
No.
That's fun.
No.
Marvel?
Okay, you're memeing.
No, I think hypothetical is by nature memeing, but I'm fine to play along.
What?
Oh, but it's not though, right?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of silly. You know it's
Yeah,
silly.
but you
know
could
what you're
get
doing is silly. Talking about
you-
my mom. That's silly.
You could get revelation from God tomorrow, saying to torture infinite people from infinite time. Or are you saying
Well,
that's
that's
impossible?
inconsistent with the nature of God.
Sorry,
Which is why
you
it's
saying,
silly.
Are you saying that
You're
it's
being
impossible?
silly. No,
Are
you're,
you
you're
saying-
being silly. I'm saying you're
Are you-
being silly.
Are you saying that it's impossible?
No, I'm saying you're being silly. You're a silly goose. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but is it impossible? Yes or no?
I'm saying you're a silly goose.
Is it impossible? That's I'm gonna
Silly
take it as
goose. Silly goose.
Are you like? Is this like an
Fuck.
emotional breakdown?
What modality of impossible are you using?
All of them.
Thank you, Wit.
Why would you say that way? Are you trolling?
I'm not trolling.
Yo, chap. What does calc mean?
What's your argument?
Me?
Zach, yeah. So
What
like,
if what if hypothetically everything that came out of your mouth was false? What then? Host.
Okay, then you would have reason not to believe me.
I
You see how
would.
easy? You see how easy that is?
I'm being a silly goose.
Oh.
I agree. Wait,
Thanks.
this is actual cope. This is actual cope. Right?
What am I coping with?
There's like just some like emotional response where you're just saying the same thing over and over instead of addressing the question.
What's the question?
I think you can concede that at this point it would be impossible for that to happen.
So the question is, do you think it's impossible for God to tell you to donate to charity tomorrow?
Well, I mean, to donate to charity.
I'm just warming up by saying
In
something
some
that's in his
sense,
nature.
that's already been a part of the revelation. To
I know. I'm just warming up by asking a question that I know is a part of his nature.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So, Edgelord, do you agree that
It's pronounced
possible?
EJ.
Oh, sorry, EJ. Do you
I'm
agree
just
that it's
fucking with you. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
okay? Now, is it possible for God to know what is good better than you do?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So, is it possible that God knows something is good that you feel is bad?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Now, is it possible for God to know that torturing people for, let's say, infinite time, the only way that the best possible world is brought about is if that happens? And you just feel so much that it's wrong, but you're mistaken because you don't have God's perfect moral compass.
Is that possible? Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Is it possible for God to reveal that information to you tomorrow?
Anything is possible.
Well, not anything's possible. That's not true.
What's not possible?
I don't know. Like a married bachelor is not possible?
Oh, like a logical inconsistency.
Yeah. So we agree that he could reveal that to you tomorrow?
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah, so it's not like stupid,
As
silly
long as it's not a
hypothetical.
logical inconsistency.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like a silly this could never happen situation, right? Which is what I think you were trying to say earlier. But you're
Well,
saying that if that was revealed to you tomorrow, you would do it. That's right?
oh, if God did something bad, that would be a logical inconsistency.
What?
Well,
But who defines bad?
I think this is stipulated on the fact that like we have as moral agents ourselves and agents of God and being made in his image that we wouldn't have any sort of understanding of what good is. Right? We may not know the totality of all the things, but that doesn't mean that that it hasn't been revealed what is good in this sense.
Also, he already stipulated, and you agreed, Edgelord, that it could be the case that there is a morally good reason for you to do the thing that is bad, which would mean the thing isn't bad. That he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's just say it was 100 million years, not for infinite time. So there's some lessons, there's some soul building that needs to go on with these people that are being tortured for 100 million years in order for the best possible world to be brought about. And God would not be able to bring about that possible world if this didn't happen because of something that he knows that he keeps epistemically private.
Why would he do that?
Because he's God.
Well, because he works in mysterious ways.
Oh my God.
It sounds made up.
God sounds
agree.
Yes, it does. It actually does.
Wait,
that's the first. Anyway.
Yeah. Ha ha. Wait, I can't do a Slurms laugh. I can't. You'll have to do it for me, Slurms.
You nailed it.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
can't
nailed
even
it.
come close.
No, it was really good.
It's
I always.
classic.
That was like I thought I was listening
Presumably,
to it myself.
I can only really know things of God and the things that he reveals about himself if I have some kind of epistemic access to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not really sure if God thus reveals himself in the sense that he reveals himself through his son and we're made in his image and we have at least a sense of good or the understanding of good, then I'm not really sure how all of a sudden under my paradigm I wouldn't be able to tell and make at least some discernment between what is a revelation from God and what isn't.
Yeah, but is it theoretically possible though?
No, but I think that you would be.
It is possible under
I know.
my view.
I think you would be able to
I'm
tell.
poking fun.
But what I think that you wouldn't be able to tell is how accurate it was, because like let's just say that you know almost every reason that guides God's actions.
but you don't know like one reason. Okay? That just cuts you off, not from being able to tell if God's revealing something to you or not, but why he's revealing it, like his motives.
Well, I think if it's stipulated in the sense of like life being valuable under this revelation, right? And then, and we'll take veganism out of that question for a second. But let's just say that
I didn't even think about that.
I know, it's very funny. But anyway, I'm just saying that life being valuable, right? And loving one another and the totality of that revelation in this sense, something presenting itself as God saying, torture people for 100 million years, it would just be directly contradictory to such revelation.
Yeah, like we don't need perfect knowledge of goodness to know
I don't need the
goodness. Like
totality
it's
of
not
knowledge.
all or nothing. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, but God knows the end at the beginning, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so look,
But I don't need to. I don't need to know what
I know
good versus bad is.
Yeah, but it seems like what is there's some like want to hold on to control of the need to know. When worst comes to worst, if let's just say, all you know is that it's God saying it, and all you know is that it's you that he's talking to. It seems like you'd be okay with doing whatever as long as it was infallibly revealed from God.
Well, by existing, I mean, you could say all of us have a need to know. Like we all are judging what to do next and say next based on something. Like I don't understand what
there's a want to know. There's a want because we're creatures that have creaturely desires. So there's a want as to know the why, but just like
it's inescapable.
I think they're
though.
trying to find out is whether your want is led by your belief in God, whether it's all encompassing what God says is the best.
Oh, we're doing
regardless of your own feelings.
I don't even hold a divine command theory, but
I know that's why. I mean, that's why I thought it was weird that you not like spoke up, but I was testing this guy because it sounds like he's a divine command theorist.
Well, I think he was only playing in your hypothetical, but I don't know. I mean, EJ, I don't know your position on divine command theory, but I don't hold the divine command theory.
Those are some big words, Jesus. Can you break it down for me?
Well, divine command theory just posits that anything that God says.
Oh, Euthyphro.
Right. If he says to do this thing, then it is good, right?
It's just his nature.
Well, I mean, under our view, God acts according to his nature, right? So
yeah, he can't otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
So we do at least have under being that his son revealed, right? The true God in this sense. It's not that we know his nature, right? But we know him by his energy. But this is going to be something Eastern Orthodox. But besides the point,
but energy cannot be created or destroyed.
So right here, right now,
what I'm saying is that we can know God through his energies, like his grace and his love, his mercy and forgiveness, right? We know all those things, right? So we do have some access to the knowledge of God, right? In this sense, and for some revelation, quote unquote, to be brought down and say torture people for 100 million years, under that paradigm and understanding that, it wouldn't be a revelation from God, and we would have access to the knowledge of God.
But I'm only going to do this once because if you knew infallibly that it was God saying this, would you abandon it because no, that doesn't jive with me? Would you say not doing it until I have a better reason, or because you knew it was God speaking to you, giving you some test or something? Would you say, okay, I don't get it, but I'm gonna do it? I don't you know what I mean?
Well, we can't know infallibly. It's a
I'm
silly
doing
goose.
that right now.
It's a silly goose question.
Yeah, I really don't I guess if you're playing in this world, then I would have to.
I'm doing that right now. Like I fully am going through something in my life where I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I'm it's out of my control completely. Like I don't know.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to hell.
Wait, is that baked God?
Yo, what?
Yo,
Wait,
I
what
know
are you
you.
doing?
Yo,
What are
how do
doing,
you?
Book?
Whoa.
Wait, I know you.
How do you know me in real life?
No, it's in your bio.
Because you ate a cow once. Wait, what book? What are you going through? I'm genuinely intrigued right now.
No,
I'm not.
that threw me for a loop. I really thought somebody in here
Say
knew who I
I'm
was
not.
in the real life.
This
No,
is
I'm
baked
not.
God 2023. Brian?
No, that's definitely me. No,
Brian Vick?
yo, no, I'm
Yeah,
kind of
C-Mac, we're
like,
not going to answer any of your questions. What's your badge number? Badge
Yeah.
number.
Badge number. He's on the job right now. Okay.
32. It's
Am I
32.
You got
under
a body
arrest?
cam or what?
Am I under
Yeah.
arrest?
No, you're not detained.
Yeah,
Why are we
free
yeah,
to
in this
go.
yeah,
conversation?
okay, yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm going to
Wait.
keep walking.
Wait, speaking of body cam, C-Mac, can you put that body
I'm a
yaddy yaddy on
sovereign
cam?
citizen. Do what?
I'm
No,
truly
nothing.
traveling. I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Okay,
Well, you
so
guys
Zach,
so-
Oh, I'll
before
argue
I
that
was,
one with you.
before
I'll
I was
argue that one
rudely
with you, Storms.
interrupted by a therapy session down there, I just wanted you to know, right, that if I were to concede under your paradigm, then I would have to say, yeah, I'd have to follow it.
Okay, so in what sense are you not a divine command theorist?
In that sense, I am, but I wouldn't like. We're not dealing with my paradigm. We're dealing with whatever hypothetical you're giving me.
It's silly
Okay.
goose world.
Well, I mean that's a very uncharitable way to phrase it. Because I mean, is the mind of God too complex for us to understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Does that mean we have zero comprehension? No.
does it mean that he couldn't say something that we didn't understand, even if we comprehend some of him? Of
Yes.
course.
Does it mean we're at zero comprehension? No. I don't understand what the problem, the hang up is.
Well, the problem for me,
It's not all or
if
nothing.
I have to be honest about the biggest problem, my biggest
Yeah.
problem is that you would be okay with torturing people for 100 million years.
I don't
That's
think
I would,
like
no one has said that. No,
you
we would
did.
not be. No, under your silly goose hypothetical,
well,
sure.
okay.
So
If
then
I
say
if I'm
no.
okay, well, if I'm really
But
if I'm in right, if I'm in some kind of like if I'm gonna enter in this paradigm, then I probably would say no to the torturing, and I would reject God in that sense.
Actually, that's okay.
I don't know.
Cool. Hey, what about you, Edgelord?
Yeah, that's what Abraham does. He doesn't kill his son, right?
Well, he
Yeah,
tries
'cause he's a
to.
pussy bitch
He doesn't
boy.
have to.
Oh,
I don't
he
really have
totally
I don't have a
almost
problem
did.
dealing with your hypothetical God and rejecting him, so I'm good with it.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
sounds
just
like a
that's
fake
just,
God.
yeah, that's just going to be severity softening, right?
Severity something. What the heck is that?
Where you take a drastically severe consequence and you try to make it less severe by saying things like,
I don't know how you guys
yeah,
just say
maybe
these
in this
things.
made up Mario brick block silly goose land where God just willy nilly says torture people wimbo nimbo, maybe I'll acquiesce to denying
What do
God in
you
that
want me
world.
to say? What do you want me to say?
I want you to say, I'm just kidding. Bro, my brain told me to say something very bad just now. Holy.
Do
I need prayer. Okay, sorry.
I would
Yeah.
blindly follow God to the ends of the earth.
Lord,
Why
have
can't he
You would?
unalive a baby?
Yes.
It's easy. Babies are
Okay,
so
so
weak.
Look, you
Even
know what? Honestly,
even if I had to walk over coals in glass and
why
nails.
is this therapy session happening?
Wait, no, he's actually a stronger soldier than you guys are because he said
That's true.
that
He is.
even so. Listen, the Book of Eli. If God told you to eat ball bearings and get an MRI, would you do it?
No, I don't want to be a therapy session. My bad.
I think you actually hurt his feelings.
I probably did.
So,
I'm
so
very.
don't do that. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Book of Eli. You can call her a bitch one time. Okay, then we're moving on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's
No,
fine.
do it.
I'll
It's
just,
fun.
I'll,
Do it.
I'll,
It's fun.
I'll do the right thing. And
Hey,
forgive her.
Mag. I'm
Okay,
sorry
cool.
that I offended you earlier.
Did you hear how much
Okay,
breath was on the end of that? Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, dude. I would go through any kind of suffering.
So you're like very religious.
I wouldn't say religious. I say spiritual. Like I believe.
He's starting to dabble in it.
I don't
There
think
it
his
is,
question is
Martin.
how much suffering you'd go through. How much harm would you cause for your God?
Does
That's more the question.
Wait, Edward, that's the best tracking you've done all day.
No, I
Does
understand
anything
everything you're saying. It's just silly goose land.
does
Mario blocks.
anything ever like is there anything smart that ever happens after somebody says I'm not religious, I'm spiritual? Because it never happens.
One time this this bitch told me which planet was making me sad.
Wait, which one?
It turns out it was Earth the whole time.
Oh fuck!
Definitely Earth.
Definitely not that spiritual.
Okay.
What?
Wait, he is sus or Beetle? Which one of you guys wants to participate more?
In what?
Absolutely me.
All
Yeah,
right, later, sus.
Bye.
Thanks for the roast, Jimbar.
You said absolutely me, and he said in what?
Hello?
He's gone. Get him out of here. Oh damn! All
Wait,
right.
I
wait,
think.
Wait.
I
Wait,
think-
C-Mac, true or false? Are you at work?
True.
Are you
Later,
a fucking
loser.
cop?
Oh.
Okay.
Ow.
Sorry, I have to make room for friends I know in real life.
Tax dollars. Okay,
What's your
I want to
argument?
talk about the prompt.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
cool. What's up?
Yeah, me too. I also want to participate.
I think animal abuse is wrong,
What a fucking pussy.
and I think eating meat is wrong, but I still eat meat. What do you think about that?
That's like the third one I've had today.
That's the first time a vegan has ever heard that.
Yeah. Are you saying that you know that you're doing a moral wrong, yet you do it anyway?
Yeah, it's kind of like I kind of have cognitive dissonance on it.
Whoa, that's the second time we've
Whoa.
had cognitive dissonance.
This is groundbreaking stuff, sir.
I think
I don't
Sir's
think
doing a
people
bit.
know what cognitive dissonance means.
No, I'm not doing a bit. I'm being
But
dead- I'm being dead
sir,
serious.
Socrates says that's impossible. You can't know something's wrong and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Socrates.
No, that's not true. I know drugs are
Socrates was
wrong
an
and I
idiot.
still do them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Then you don't know it's wrong.
I don't think eating meat is animal.
No, I know it's wrong.
Okay, so do we call the man who knows carpentry a carpenter? Yes or no?
Yes.
And
I'm
the man who knows
educated
how to
enough
paint
to
a
answer that
painter?
question.
And the man
Oh.
who knows how to paint a painter? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And the man who knows just things?
Well, wait.
Just man.
That would just make. That would.
What?
Yeah, we're not going to overtalk this eloquent session of conversation, okay, sir?
Right. And the man
Wait,
who knows
continue, Jambar.
So just like the man who knows carpentry is a carpenter, the man who knows just things is a just person.
Wait, what?
Wait, no
Yep.
one ever said I was a just person.
What's a just
He's talking,
person?
sir, he's talking to Eli right now.
He's talking about the definition of a just person.
Yeah.
What's-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Someone can know something's wrong and still not be a just person.
We haven't gotten to the part.
He's
That's begging the
explaining
question.
this, sir.
Yeah, maybe in your silly goose Lego block land, sir.
Right, so we've established that the man who knows just thing is a just person. And a just person would only want to do good things, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the man who is a just person does not do bad things. Who knows justice does not do bad things. Because, one, they only want to do good things, and they know how to do good things. And if both of those are true, they'll necessarily be motivated to do the good thing.
Or
But
they're
why
irrational.
would knowledge in your mind necessitate
Wait, that
action?
doesn't really make sense to me, though.
Well, that's the whole point of...
So we have to go back to another part of the Socrates dialogue in the Philebus. No, it's in the Phaedo, sorry. And in there he says something like, the average man, which is you guys, not me.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Not me either,
be,
but go ahead.
be more prideful. You're way below average.
We're not going to be interrupting Julian again. Next person who interrupts Julian, you don't even want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you guys don't want to know what's going to happen.
So the average person or the layman thinks that things like passion, bravery, pain, and pleasure are capable of motivating a man. But the philosopher thinks that knowledge is what rules a man. So if you know the just thing, that will rule you, that will motivate you to do the just thing.
Because it guides your actions.
Yep. So, sir, when you say that you know the just thing and you aren't doing it, you're just contradicting yourself.
No.
You don't know the just thing. You never knew the just thing.
It would just mean that in this context, I'm not a virtuous person. That's all it means.
No, it means you're lying. You don't know.
So is it? Hey, I have a question, Jambar. Is it?
That would fall under him not being virtuous, is that he's also a liar. So.
Fucking. You know what else? You know what else isn't virtuous? Aristotle. Fucking boys.
No, wait, no, that's not true. Socrates gives an account of why this can be virtuous.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's a part in Philebus that says it talks about this. We talk about love between.
Give us the source right now.
Okay, actually, let me find it. It's in.
Look,
It's always
according
pedophilia.
to,
It's
according
always
to style,
pedophilia.
According to stylometry on Plato,
damn it! I
he
was
didn't
about
actually
to
write
say
those
it.
letters.
So I'll just give the account. It's that. So back in Greece, or ancient Greece, there was people they called. Well, they were young boys, like 13 to 15.
Wait, Julian, I love this.
Can we not?
I have one request, and it's that we don't talk about fucking kids, and we talk about how Sir is a liar.
I want to hear Jambar define deceit. Jambar, do you believe deceit
I love you.
doesn't exist?
That was the correct move for that guy. He should have left.
Holy
shit.
shit.
I gotta go.
And now you're gone, Whit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That poor guy just can't stand to hear someone call me a liar. What a friend.
I know.
I mean, okay. I was
Wait,
just like,
Jambar. So if I know a thing, then by necessity I must implement that thing through my actions.
That's what it means to know.
knowledge is what rules a man. So if you know something,
So you and Sir just disagree on the definition of knowledge.
well, no, I don't think so. Okay, let me give you an example. So
Wait, I can know. This is where Jambar is confused. I can know the action guiding principle, but not do the action guiding principle.
here's
No
the okay.
contradiction.
Because we said, me and I think Slurm said, we know drugs are bad, but we still do it.
Oh, okay. This is a good. That's a good. That's a
Well,
good thought.
Jambar would say you don't actually know.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm
not
saying.
bad.
Wait, that's not exactly what I would say. I would say, well, there's two things. There's knowing that drugs are bad for you, and doing them anyway. But there's also knowledge of self-regulation. You lack knowledge of self-regulation. You lack knowledge of controlling yourself. So there is a part of which you're ignorant. You're ignorant on how to control yourself to not do the drugs.
Wait,
Wait, hold on. So you understand that I understand drugs are wrong, but I'm still doing it.
There's still a part of knowledge you lack, which is how to regulate yourself. How to
If you
control
just
yourself.
knew better, you wouldn't do it.
Wait, Edgeworth,
Why-
you
no,
disagree?
can you answer that, please,
Let's just
Jambar?
say, let's just say there's an
I
age
don't
addict.
necessarily disagree. I'm just pointing out that it's just a discrepancy on the definition of knowledge in this context. That's all.
Wait, Jambar, what do you agree with me though?
Well, agree with you about what?
Because our original argument since before I was talking was about me and Slurm saying that drugs was bad, but we still do it, and you talked about if you knew it was bad, you're not actually knowing it was bad, because if you knew it was bad, you wouldn't want to do
I
it
said if
because
you
you would be
know-
the just man.
Well, you still lack knowledge here. It's not like there's more to, doing the action of doing drugs and just knowing the drugs are bad for you if you take them. There's also knowledge on how to regulate yourself. So you're still ignorant in some part.
But we can both agree that I know that the drugs are bad, yet I still do it.
That wouldn't mean him not knowing how to stop. Wouldn't mean that he doesn't still know that it's wrong.
Look,
Yeah.
he knows that taking drugs is bad for him. No one's denying
And
that.
he
but
knows it's
lacks
bad.
a specific type of. He lacks another type of knowledge that's important here.
Doesn't mean he doesn't know it's bad.
Yeah, that's a concession.
I never said it did mean. I never said it did mean that.
Well,
Yes,
then
you
you
did, because we had the
disagree-
argument over a
then you
just man
disagree
wouldn't
with
do
us.
something wrong if he knew it was wrong.
If one more person says Julian is wrong, I'll fucking kill you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but a just person doesn't just know the just things. They know how to perform the just actions.
But
to
you
know
said that they
justice is not
wouldn't
just know
want to
the
do
just
the unjustified actions.
Well, okay, the just man knows the just actions. They know the unjust actions. They know how to perform both.
It's not just knowing it's bad for you or it's good for you. It's knowing how to perform the action. Similarly, relevant to you taking drugs or you doing weed or anything,
Yeah,
it's knowing
weed,
how to regulate
TRT,
yourself.
I'm a Bartard.
What?
You're don't use the R word in here.
Oh,
No,
Hey,
it's an actual term for a drug.
yeah, in both cases, you're ignorant of some fact. And Sir is
It's
ignorant
for
how to
Xanax, by the
control.
way.
Sir, in this case, is ignorant how to control his manly desires.
I
And
was making a joke.
I
Sorry,
love.
keep
I love
going,
Xanax.
Jambar.
Wait, even if I
Xanax
grant,
saved my life.
even if that's granted, that doesn't mean I don't know what's wrong.
I'm 3 days sober, by the way.
My whole point.
look, the thing is, like, to know
Jambar.
Since Beetle hug.
to know the wrongness, to have full knowledge of what's wrong and what's right, means you know how to do the wrong. and the right.
Jambar,
No,
I'm
it just means that
I'm genuinely
It
curious.
just means that normatively I know I shouldn't do it. That's all it means to say I know
Jambar,
it's wrong.
I don't know what your disposition is, but as a theist definition of sin, do you sin? Do you do things that you know to be wrong?
Do I do things that I know to be wrong?
Yeah.
Well, I lack but I lack knowledge in some areas, like how.
But you said you know them to be wrong. Like, what are
So
we
you're
talking
an
about?
unjustified man.
What are we talking
No,
about?
the justice. Look,
This
I don't
is silly
know.
goose
I
Mario
don't
blocks.
know justice.
Wait. Do we call the man who knows carpentry a carpenter?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
you
of
don't.
course.
Hold on. No, you don't. Knowing carpentry doesn't make you a carpenter. Having
Yeah, huh?
an employee as a carpenter makes you a carpenter.
Jambar, I'll agree with you, I guess, if like no man is a just man, and I guess I'd have to agree with
Well,
you.
I mean,
Otherwise, I don't see
obviously,
what the point or productivity of your position
is host a vegan?
Let
Yeah.
God be true and every man a liar.
Wait, is host a vegan?
Yeah, I am.
We didn't.
By the
Okay.
background, I'm going to go ahead and assume yes.
Do you believe
How
under
did you know
your
that?
view there's nothing wrong with animal abuse?
No, it's a title to point out the conjunct below.
Okay, never mind. I don't disagree with that then.
Cool.
I mean, I'm a meat eater, but I just see myself as immoral.
Yeah, that's the fifth one. Bro, Beetle hug. You're the only person. How does it feel to be better than 5 people so far?
It feels pretty great, actually.
Well, at the same time, I want to become vegan. That is something I want to do within the next 6 months.
Do you call the
wow.
man who wants to become a carpenter a carpenter?
But no. Didn't I just say that? You're not a carpenter unless you're being a carpenter. I just said I'm not a vegan. I said I want to be a
Didn't he
vegan.
just fucking say that? Why don't
I'm
you
just
fucking
kidding.
track?
Yeah,
I was tracking.
I
That's
literally
why
just
that's
said
funny.
I'm not a vegan. I said I want to become a vegan.
Yeah, lock in.
That's indicating that I am
guys.
not currently a vegan.
Would you
Wait,
call
guys.
a man
You sound
who
very
fucks
upset right now.
kids
Wait, guys.
Also, hold on.
Wait,
Hey,
guys.
I do think for my case, you know what I mean? I'm a big boy, so we could talk about this in many kind of ways. But when it comes to veganism and stuff like that, stopping your practices of eating meat is not just simple of just doing the right thing, right?
I hear the alarm.
Because the fact is that majority of Americans deal with issues of sobriety, and food is very similar to that. Sugar is very similar to that, and meat is very similar to that. Someone who
I
isn't
agree.
sober.
Wait, what does sobriety mean?
Oh, bye-bye.
Back in
Wait,
my
what-
day, we had
Why did you remove him?
I just
Hey, who
wanted to be
suggested?
funny. That's why.
Oh, wrong time. With he was talking about how he's an addict.
Yeah, someone kicked me off. I mean,
I know.
obviously, I believe culturally we should be moving everyone to become vegan, and I believe whenever I believe the biggest issue is the systems that indoctrinate people like me and everyone else to be eating meat.
I thought it was funny. Wait.
So
not indoctrinated to you, we were indoctrinated to
when I went to school, growing up, my breakfast would contain
You ever read a book
two
on
different kinds of meat.
propaganda?
Hold on. When I went to school growing up, my breakfast would contain 2 different types of meat, and then my lunch contained 2 more different types of meat. And then
believe
I'll
you.
go home for dinner, and then there would be more meat. I think when people are raised like that. Hold on. This is just talking about the larger system. Obviously, this doesn't mean that individuals don't have a responsibility or can't become vegan, right? That's obviously true. But obviously, the systems itself are a big issue, right? Because there's countries, for example, that do not consume nearly as much meat as us, right? Like we are specifically very, 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 very. We consume 21% of the world's meat, right? Like we are very exceptional about that. And the issue with
We're also the best at alienating people from the consequences of their actions.
Yes, no, I agree too. I agree too.
Yeah,
We
capitalism is great at that.
consume.
For sure,
We're the
for sure.
biggest consumers on earth. So what's
Exactly.
your point?
So
What do you mean, what's
Jesse,
my
you
point?
admit you're a bad person.
You're
I
just
already said that,
you're
yeah.
just a,
I mean,
No,
I
no, no,
think,
not a bad person doing
bro,
an
you've
immoral
just
action.
been dude, Shovel, you've been indoctrinated. You're goofy. You got to study like propaganda. So you're just a total victim.
bro, P Mars. I don't know what you're saying, but you're reacting.
Bro, you're a
like,
victim.
He's telling you
You're a
truths.
victim.
I don't know.
You're
If
being
that's I mean, I think.
He wants to sound very North Korea right now. Sorry.
Bro.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about, but I
You're
don't think
gonna
any vegan's going to
you're all
claim that there
gonna
isn't
be
systems
fucking
imposing this idea that it's okay to eat meat, right? The rhetoric ideas and the normalization of it plays into it a lot, right?
Why wouldn't it be okay? What the hell?
Why wouldn't it be okay to eat meat?
Yeah, because you're taking the life.
Because
of
I don't want to
something that-
cause unnecessary suffering, but
Yeah,
I do currently. But at the same time, I'm not even sober from other drugs, so like, you know what I mean?
Wait, so
Yeah,
like,
people are-
can a vegan describe for me the difference in life between a plant and an animal?
Yeah, one of them can
One is-
feel shit. the
One
other
is mental
can't.
states.
Plants feel shit.
No, they
Wait,
don't.
what?
You're
does it
so
mean to feel?
fucking stupid,
Hey,
bro.
what does it mean to feel?
What does it mean?
Respond to stimuli.
Sentience?
Yeah,
Sentience.
they-
Yes,
Sentience,
plants categorically do not have sentience.
Plants don't have mental life.
There is no.
Fucking Shambar, what the fuck?
I'm about to cook right now. I'm about to cook. Plants respond to stimuli. Oh.
No, that's not sentience.
Responding to stimuli. Bacteria respond to stimuli.
Oh, but okay.
But our bacteria now, like, come on, dog. No, listen. The non-vegans really have just the worst fucking arguments.
No,
ever.
which one is the real Jambar?
Okay, that's crazy.
Hey,
That was
Jambar
very nice
11.
of you,
Wait,
Shovelhead.
1 second. Everybody shut up. Jambar 11 next to Wit. What's up?
What's up?
I think that's Jambar.
Wait,
that's real Jambar.
What we
Wait,
have
1 second. 1 second. I think that there's one word that you could say that would convince us.
I will. So we don't got to do that.
Go ahead.
Say the N word.
Jesse's woke now. I can't on here.
Yeah, no, stop! I'll freaking attack you, motherfucker.
Wait,
I
this
love
sounds
you,
like.
Jesse.
Wait, this
Wait,
sounds like
hold on. Why you posting Israeli flag, huh? Who posted Israeli flag in the chat, bro?
That was the other Jambar.
That was me. I posted the pride flag and the ninja flag and then the.
No, he's a Jew, right?
I don't care. That don't mean anything.
I'm gonna ask.
That don't
a
mean you
question
magically get your own ethno state. The
that
fuck?
only the real Jambar would know the answer to.
Are you an anti-Semite vegan?
Me?
Yes. Wait, no, wait.
Yo, that's crazy as hell. No, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm against anti-Semitism. I think Israel's
Yeah, but
anti-Semitic.
anti-Zionism is
I think
anti-Semitism.
Israel is
I do not believe
anti-Semitic.
anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism.
It is.
You're
Why is it?
Knucklehead.
Because 80% of the Jews are Zionist.
Okay, and what, bro? What? What does that have to do with? How
Yeah,
does
so just how big anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semites there are now.
You know,
Also-
actually, hold on. Actually, majority of Zionists are Christians. So is being anti-Zionism anti-Christian as well?
No, because you're not.
But listen.
Look.
Okay. No, the
Okay,
fact is
wait,
there's
wait,
over 70
wait,
million
let's
Zionists in
tone
the
down-
world,
wait, let's
and there's
tone
only
down the
around
rhetoric.
there's only around
Wait,
10 to
wait.
12 million Jews, right?
Let's
Statistically,
tone-
majority
let's
of
tone down
Zionists
the
are
rhetoric.
Christian. So if you're anti-Zionist, are you anti-Christian necessarily?
Like, not
Look,
true.
just say you
Like,
hate
no,
Jews.
you're just making a fault. No, that's ridiculous. Being anti-Zionist doesn't anti-Semitic just because a lot of.
Look, just say you hate Jews.
I don't. I just think a colonial ideology is ridiculous. I do not think that anyone needs an
Jesse, I have a
ethno state.
question.
No, the fact is, no.
Wait,
no,
wait,
no. In
I have
the
a
Treaty of
question. I have a
Versailles, the
question.
Palestinian
Right.
Authority.
I have a question. I enjoy your passion. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah,
Can I just hear you say that you hate Jews?
I don't. I live with two Jews.
He actually won't fall for it, Jambar. It's
Look,
time to stop.
Zionism is just, it's disgusting because Zionism is just.
No,
Jews
here's the
right-
thing. Here's the thing. I know Julian's actual position, but also I know he's a pro-Palestine Zionist, and so that's why I'm like,
What?
you can be that.
Yeah, Jews just, Zionism is just Jews' right to feel safe.
Bro, you know what? Actually, I don't think they should feel safe, especially when they got big ass heads like Glock.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Okay.
You have a bigger head than me.
Oh my, yeah, and I'm 6'1". Your point? You're 5'2".
Anyway.
Proportionality, bitch. Okay.
Want a cookie?
Fucking
Where's
fat
the
man.
proportionality?
Can you not call women a bitch? That's tacky.
I'm sorry. She's not.
Yeah,
a
I'm a
woman.
real woman, Jesse.
She's
No, that's-
non-binary.
wait,
Actually,
wait,
can
that's
we be
true.
real?
You know what
Actually, you
else
cannot
is
be a
tacky?
woman and also be a Glock. That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, that's Jambar. That's not a woman.
Exactly. First of all, I'm a black male, so I need you to stop.
Ooh.
Respect POC. That's your whole shtick,
Speaking of
bro.
blackmail,
But I do think, obviously individuals moving to veganism is really important. And I need to move to veganism as well, for sure. There's one thing stopping me. I have a plan. When I move into this new apartment, I'm going to do the Magic rooms, you know what I mean? And then watch the Dominion movie. And that's going to make me cry so much I'm
Wait,
probably
I don't
never
understand,
do it.
Jesse. Just like stop eating. Just like start with stop eating land animals.
Stop drinking.
I don't understand the problem.
Is it
That's
just
so,
that
that's
easy?
so stupid.
Is it? No, it's not stupid. Is it just that easy?
Wait.
Yes.
Really?
I gave it up for Lent. 40
You
days.
gave it
Give
up
up meat for 40 days.
Hey,
Give up
you
meat
went
for
up
40
more
days.
than
You're
Lent,
saying
bro.
you can't even give it up
How
for a
often-
fucking
how
day.
long is Lent? How long is Lent?
40 days. You can't even give up meat for a
40
fucking meal.
days, bro? That's not long enough. Come on, bro.
Wait,
you wouldn't
Glock,
even get a
you
star at
actually have
AA
the
for
same.
that.
Wait,
Come
you
on.
actually have the same.
Shovelhead. What the black man is saying is that they did it by saying that they were going to do it.
They didn't,
and you
because right
can't.
after it ended, they went right back.
But they still did it for 40 days. Something that you can't do.
Isn't the man who does carpentry for 40 days a carpenter?
Would you give up meat for 40 days?
Oh, for 40 days, I get it. Like, yeah.
I mean, I get at the end of the day.
Glock,
At
do
the
you
end of the
actually
day,
hold
Glock,
the
I'm just
same
wondering why
position
you
as
went
J-Rob?
back.
Wait,
Glock, I'm wondering why you went
Jesse.
back.
Wait, Jesse, we're gonna have to work in a turn system here. Okay,
Okay, that's okay. Jesse versus Glock.
I don't
Okay,
know who that is, but continue.
Well, he thinks
Yeah.
that he thinks, for example, if you were to like take a dog's thigh in one hand and a dog's foot in the other hand and kick your leg through it, that's not immoral because they don't have souls.
Who thinks that?
J-Rob.
J-Rob.
J-Rob thinks it's okay to fuck dogs.
J-Rob
It doesn't-
also thinks it's okay to have smacks with children.
Wait, Jesse, it's my turn, okay?
Isn't
So y'all-
J-Rob a Christian?
Yeah, he is a Christian, but I'm saying that I
That's
saw Glock
fucked up,
type
dude. He's wrong.
that it's okay to eat animals because they don't have souls.
Well, first of all, I mean, that was obviously a LARP, but
God
I don't eat
said-
land animal.
God said we're supposed to be the stewards of creation.
Wait,
So,
land animal? That has to
we're
be
not allowed
arbitrary.
to-
Glock,
we're
that has
not
to be
allowed to
arbitrary.
Eat
abuse
fishies?
animals.
Sorry, everyone's talking about it.
Glock, you eat fish?
Yeah, well, not anymore, but yeah, I used to.
What about birds?
Shut the fuck up. Do I eat birds? Do I
It's a
look
land
like I
animal.
eat
That's
birds?
an air animal,
bald eagles?
motherfucker.
Do I look like I eat birds? Like,
Yes.
no. Okay,
You look like a damn bird. Okay, so
Okay, bitch.
anyway, I'm just kidding.
Wait, do you guys have actual beef? I'm sorry.
No. It's therapeutic for me to be mean to
Well,
Glock.
here's the story. I'll tell you it. Shovel
No.
Jesse's actually Glock's baby daddy. So
That's so
when
stupid.
he left
Oh
her.
my gosh, dude.
Wait, Beetle, I'm gonna bring you back up, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
You know, Glock, imagine if you went up into space like Katy Perry. How big would your astronaut helmet have to be?
Oh, you're funny. If I faked going to space like Katy Perry, okay.
How big would your astronaut helmet have to be?
Base is fake.
If you fought a baby, it'd be easy because babies are so weak.
Why aren't more people talking about Katy Perry being the first one on the moon? I mean,
Bro, no one gives a fuck about that. Let's be real.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want to go
Is it
vegan, pro
wrong to eat
vegan for sure.
insects? I mean,
But
less wrong.
I want to do that after I achieve like long term sobriety. I'm a month sober,
Hell yeah.
and then after that, I guess the next step is that. But
that's better than you, Glock. You're only 2 hours sober.
You're funny.
No,
Jesse,
Glock,
when
Glock.
did you
I know.
begin?
I told Glock yesterday, Jam. I was like, really? You think I'm a tweaker? Let's go. Medical bills for medical bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, who been in the
Yeah, but
hospital?
what I do
more?
is socially acceptable. I'm not a
Doesn't matter.
tweaker.
Okay, a lot of bad things have been
I have a
socially acceptable. Ding
martini
dong.
at dinner. I'm not a tweaker.
A lot of
There's
bad
shrooms in
things
the
have been
woods like
socially
you.
acceptable. Okay.
Jambar, why do you eat birds?
Isn't it socially acceptable to eat meat, Glock? Doesn't that make
Wait,
your
Jesse,
argument fall apart?
No.
Yes, it does.
Wait,
It's socially acceptable to eat meat. So what? So can I just do it then?
You are.
Yeah. So you don't
Okay.
need to, if your argument is that because it's socially acceptable, it's okay. Then I mean, then there's nothing wrong with me eating meat, right? Under your view.
You don't find anything wrong with you eating meat. I don't know why you're
I
doing
do.
this.
I already I have. I have
You don't, because
more
you're still
for
going
it.
to eat meat tomorrow and the day after and the day after.
Yeah, I
so.
do a lot of things tomorrow that I'm probably gonna think are still bad, right? You think
Oh,
that?
what?
Do you think that like I only do good or only do things that I agree with morally?
Obviously not.
Yeah, I
You
don't think
have all
anyone.
the
I don't
wrong
think
views.
anyone could hold that,
You
right?
guys
That seems
make
like a
this
silly thing.
argument more petty. It's not petty enough.
Okay, dude. What?
We need to stop arguing with all these atheists on the panel, Jesse. We need to turn on that.
Yeah,
think
no. I
you-
just no. Listen here, bro. Atheism is hard, but here's the thing, bro. Again, here's the thing, bro. I feel like there's so many reasons, like even without being vegan, to be against the current meat industry, and that the capitalist aspect of it really is just so dangerous for the
Yeah, but
environment.
Jesse, you're saying this, but you're gonna have a burger tonight, so it's what it is.
I already ate tonight.
They say not. Look, they say not to kick a man when he's down, but in my experience, that's the best time.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying, bro. What the fuck? Anyways,
I think he said something like, "They say not to kick a man when
let's
he's
say I
down."
had a
but
burger
that-
right after. Would it cause any contradiction in my claim?
Well,
Wait,
I
how
mean,
did Jesse? Wait, guys, how did Jesse go from being a capitalist defender to communist? Or...
You remember when I was a cat? Whoa.
your username was capitalist.
Wait, Jesse, you got a fan?
Bro, Jesse, I've changed my name since, but yeah, I've been knowing, bro. Since
What was your
the-
name?
It was like the OG goat or whatever.
Jesse used to be based back in the day.
Yeah, no, Jesse used to
I
be actually.
be
And I used to hate
insane.
him back in the day.
I
used
was
to hate him.
manic. I was deterritorialized, disconnected, and culturally inept. Right?
Damn.
Kibby, you were
I
funny.
mean, are you still? Has that changed since?
Yeah, my life has changed a lot. I've changed a lot. You know what I mean? I moved to a commune for like 3 years. Really, beautiful experience for me.
Is that where the just general accent comes from?
Where what change comes from?
Like you have an accent that sounds like you grew up somewhere kind of country and then you moved somewhere kind of hippie.
Yeah, I'm from East Texas, and then I moved to Austin to the commune.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I just finished part of my punk vest, and I used a fishing vest for it. And Julian said I look like a conservative with that, and it really.
Oh yeah, I remember commenting that.
I sat down and cried for 3 hours.
He read you.
I'm a queer man, Julian.
Don't say that.
Yep. But you
Yes,
look.
I'm what, man? I will slap the fucking hair out you. Anyways.
See, I think Glock just wants the best for you, Jesse. You become
I
Christian.
just want
like
the
she
best for
said.
you.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, at the end of the day, we both burning.
Dude,
Wait,
you two
Glock-
at the bottom.
No,
Glock's Christian?
Glock. Me and you are both burning. The difference is I'm gonna have a fun life.
What are you talking about? Me and you.
We're both
Don't
burning.
ever.
Yeah, I don't think Glock is
Glock's
burning.
Christian?
to be
Glock
honest.
burning. No, Glock burning. Because Glock gonna live her life as a Christian, and the last 5 minutes of her life, she's gonna fuck it up.
Shut up. That's not funny, Jesse.
You're
Stop.
gonna be the same place I am, except I had a lot of fun.
No.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Get it. Get
Stuck
it.
for the
You're gonna
love.
be one man.
Dude, we had
Kids older than
capitalist
my face.
Jesse and clock conservative. What the fuck happened to you two?
Wait, what happened?
You two at the bottom used to be like the most conservative people I knew at one point, and now look at you guys.
Yeah. You
It's
know, I just
degenerate.
feel like we got more antiquated with reality. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting degeneracy, bro. It's crazy. I can't lie.
I think the more you read and learn and interact with the world outside of TikTok, and you just start to change. It's really
Yeah, but
beautiful.
you don't read. You guys don't read.
Actually, no. Me and Julian actually started. Me and Julian actually stared as enemies. Me and Julian started as enemies.
Why?
I don't know.
About any of this?
Because I was arrogant
And racist.
and
Well, no,
racist.
I mean, Jesse was the least racist person I knew. I mean, at
I
least
know,
he
and
would-
that's saying a lot.
at
No,
least he would call me
Julian.
my the
Julian,
N-word to
what's
my
fucked
face.
up? You won that debate, but I was able to pretend your position was something that it wasn't, and so
No.
I got the $50.
Yeah, well,
Dude, Julian was so pissed after that.
I
'Cause you're
convinced them. I convinced them that you conceded on moral realism.
okay, yeah, that was really silly.
And
I remember,
in
Wait,
kind of a
he did-
way,
he
in kind of a way
considered
though, isn't that
moralism recently
W rhetoric
with,
though?
with Cliff
Dude, I
Connector.
debated the judges basically.
yeah, and there's just, yeah, I mean, maybe they shouldn't have been judges, but it is what it is.
But no. But the judges were Eric and Synth.
Come on, I mean,
That's crazy, dog. Okay, everyone had a good development besides Amdir. Amdir told me that we shouldn't stop sending bombs to Israel.
I'm just so based. What do you mean?
No, Amdir obviously needs to I don't know whether or not he's to get off the internet or whether or not he needs a new social circle, but he just has like zero empathy. He's the kind of like LARP as like a conservative on the internet for like.
Amdir's a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, and he's an idiot.
Oh, he's definitely not. He's definitely not an. He's definitely not an idiot. He's just like a bad person, I think.
Well, he's just not very knowledgeable in logic or philosophy. That's what I mean.
Like if you like he told me in DMs, I can screenshot it to you, but he believes that we should not stop sending bombs to Israel, which is like
Contrarian and a scumbag.
He was smart enough not to debate me, though.
Julian, do you believe we should stop sending bombs to Israel?
Dude, you know what Amdir said to me one time?
Wait, hold on. Julian, do you believe we should stop sending bombs to Israel?
Wait, hold on. You know what Amdir told me one time?
I think as a general principle, yeah, but I mean, there's cases where it could be okay, but those are very rare.
I just mean like right now, like what we're doing. Should we stop sending bombs?
Yeah, probably right now. Yeah.
85% of the 85% of the bombs that have dropped on Palestine have been from us.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. It's pretty true.
Yeah, like when I talked to Amber about that, he disagreed, and that was when I was like, "You're a Yahtzee. I don't like you."
Well, he also told me one time in private, and I wish I had this recorded somewhere, but it was an in-person conversation. He said, "What's the difference between the leader of a Wahhabi jihadi and a Palestinian elementary school?" And I said, "Amdir, what?" And he said, "I don't know. I just fly the drone." That's what he said, which is like, it's like crazy.
And then he kind of like powered up Ann to make that stupid live.
What live?
The one about that Marcus Lamont or whatever.
Oh, Marcus Williams. I love that.
Like regardless, we can have the conversation, but the optics were absolutely terrible. You have to admit, Julian.
What do you guys think about that thing that you said to me in private?
Like it was the day that it happened. Donations were turned on, and you have this white, blonde, blue-eyed motherfucker who I asked Dan their political action and like what they do in like the real world, and they told me they organize people to vote on campus. I was like, you don't work with the home unhoused. You don't work with like your community.
Wait, is that not good enough? That sounds good.
Yeah, no, I think it's not good enough just to convince people to vote Democrat. No, I don't think it's good enough. Especially.
Wait, but what do you guys think about the thing that Amdir said to me personally in private?
No, absolutely. No, I mean I have Amdir blocked. I completely believe that. It's fucking.
Yeah, what a scumbag.
Like absolutely terrible.
Did I mention that Amdir's a scumbag?
But no. So I don't think that's enough for Ann. Sorry.
I love Amdir. Why would
if you're toting this like idea of like a savior complex as a white blonde person with blue eyes, come on, do more than just help.
What's with the hate on Ann?
I just think you got to do more. You know what I mean? Than convince people to vote Democrat. Like
I mean, that's just like a needless.
Like okay,
No.
Biden got
Wait,
elected.
that's kind of hypocritical though.
Doesn't it take like different people doing different things to get?
No. I think everyone can. I think everyone, including myself, which I mean I've done for quite a while, can contribute to their local unhoused community, right? Like
but you can also have a goal in mind that you want to attain, and know that not acting more is bad, but be unable to help yourself from inaction.
Well, I mean, firstly, they're a full-time student. They're unemployed. They don't have to work. So I don't like. I'm a student. At the time when we had the conversation, I was a full-time student working a full-time job, and I was still doing more.
I mean, but this just sounds like.
I mean, no, it's just a higher expectation because at the end of the day, those people, like Ann, right? What they did is they got Biden elected and then completely stopped, right? And Biden perpetrated a complete, G side in.
Even saying Ann got Biden elected is like a hilarious like.
I just think no. I think Ann.
Wait, what state is from? Wait, what state is Ann?
People thinking that just Democrats winning is enough, and that they don't work on any mutual aid. They don't do anything other than work for the Democrats.
Hang on. I think
working for the Democrats is not working for the community.
Jesus, God,
yeah, Jesse, we're gonna have to take turns, bro. You get on a point and your energy is good, but it's just a lot. So go ahead, Slimes.
As a degenerate commie myself, I don't like Democrats, but it's just like it's just a weird thing to go after. I mean, I don't know never mind. I don't know why I'm. I take it back.
Contextually to our conversations, they've kind of been on a high horse. That's why. So I just definitely expect more people who are on high horses, and really am sad whenever they talk about they're all this and then all they do is help Democrats get elected, which is good, like I guess pragmatically, but it is not the end all. Mutual aid should be the end all, right? Like
What state is Am from?
I don't even know.
Florida.
But also at the same time, I probably wouldn't. If I knew, I probably wouldn't say it. Okay. Well.
Oh,
I mean, you're saying she doesn't have a job, but she works really hard on OnlyFans.
Hey, Julian.
Well, I don't think sending me only one picture.
Julian, they're non-binary.
That's a lark. What is this?
Is it a lark for them?
Loki, come on, if you're non-binary, at least do something. But
well, here's the thing. I'm non-binary. I'm queer, but also at the same time, I find no dysphoria. I find no dysphoria in pronouns, so I use he, him.
But I mean, Anne is low-key. It's it's just, I don't know. It's like
I see myself
non-binary. If Anne put in some effort to be non-binary, maybe I'd say they, them, but she doesn't care, and also
what would the effort be, you think? Because for me, again, I think people who overly freak out about pronouns.
Black non-binary. No, okay. I mean, look, maybe if she cut her hair shorter or
I don't know if that's what validates a non-binary person. I think you just mean that they're a privileged college full-time student that's out of touch.
Can we go back to calling Amdir scumbag?
Yeah, hold on. That wants to be queer so they can feel like they're somehow oppressed outside of being a female.
Wait, that helps with your narrative, Jesse. So you should adopt that.
Speaking of long-haired females, Amdir's a scumbag.
Yeah, like Katie Trashful or something. I mean, they look non-binary.
No, honestly, Julian, I mean, I agree with you. It's probably performative for them. It's probably not something they actually adhere to. They just, want to.
You get mad at
That's wild.
Because I don't know. I just feel like queer people are usually part of a community, and just seems to be surrounded by conservatives, and also.
Wait, Jesse. Wait, why is it so easy for you to hate Anne? I don't get it.
Conservative.
You just went from saying that, sticking up for them, right, to saying that it probably is an act. I don't get it. Why is that?
Actually, not like Amdir.
Oh, you're never gonna hear me not use their correct pronouns, though. But also, Julian is way closer with Anne than I am.
I mean, I agree. It doesn't sound like you're very close with them.
But I would never. I'm not gonna mispronounce them, and I respect their identity. I'm just saying that just because they say it doesn't mean they really mean it. They say a lot of things they don't mean, right? Like when they said when they say they work in their community, but then they only work for Democrats. It's just kind of like, I mean, it's not.
So it wasn't
Democrats aren't your
though.
community, but either political party that seeks to.
You're saying working in their community, but not toward your aim.
No, but not working towards members in their community. Only working towards a party outside their community that wants to recruit them. Like that's it. Like your community is like people that live in your community. The Democrat Party doesn't live in your community. The Democrat Party is a political affiliation. It's an organization. Helping an organization is not helping your community. Your community is not an organization. It's a community.
But I think that a lot of thinking like that is what makes conservatives just control the narrative over everything.
Rams, is this what political TikTok is? Because it's
No,
fast.
I don't know what this is. This is just copium TikTok.
Conservative or something.
Thanks, P-Mark.
Oh, worst.
Wait, P-Mars, can you do your Socrates impression? The one that you did in private for me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Well, according to stylometric analysis, Socrates didn't exist.
Yeah, Plato actually.
I'll do my Socrates impression. I like to fuck kids.
I mean, right here, right now means I can't defend Socrates' point, but he had one of those.
Yeah,
you can defend it.
I got my undergrad in history. I had to read a book about well, actually, the book I read was sex in the Middle Ages, but never mind. That's unrelated.
Wait, Middle Ages like that?
Were you talking about the guy in the cowboy hat?
But it had references.
Yeah, I was talking about the guy in the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I was watching a panel and he was complaining.
Yeah, he's an R word.
He was walking down.
Okay. Hey guys, I gotta go. But it was a nice conversation.
What? That was.
Bye, Jesse. Love you.
Thank you, man.
So he said he was going for a run and he saw ice busting some illegals, and they stopped and questioned him and all that. So like, whoa, my rights, and I'm a citizen. You know, he's like doing this thing.
Wait,
I joined.
I think you were on my account again when you replied with that.
I joined the panel and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that they question you because I always thought you looked like an illegal. And he's like, what does that mean? I was like, well, I can't answer that or I'll get banned.
Yeah, you're pretty problematic these days, P-Mars.
Yeah. Well, and what did you expect? I'm a pervert, you know.
I thought you were like a star. No, I'm just kidding. But remember when you said that to that person that she was acting North Korean?
Dude, I think that was funny. Did you get the beginning or did you just get the end of it?
I was recording for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, Jambar.
Hello, Casey.
Oh, that was quick. How was your day today?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Amazing.
I'm sorry, Dim. I wasn't speaking to you.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. So, Jambar, how was your day?
It was amazing.
What was amazing about it?
Wait, can you guys give me a slushie if you guys go anywhere?
A slushy?
Yeah, like a cherry limeade.
That's not a slushy.
I almost got a cherry limeade yesterday. I got an ocean water instead, though.
Ocean water cream slush?
Just ocean water slush. It wasn't even that good.
The cream slush, though.
It wasn't even good.
Ocean water's good. I like it.
I'm not a vegan.
So good. Más bueno de la chingada. Yo, what's up, Dim?
What? What's going on, bro?
I said más bueno de la chingada.
No, Dim.
Oh,
What?
It's Dim Witter.
Good to see you, Fs.
We have Wit and we have Dim Witter.
¿Cómo está?
Wait. Does he usually accompany Wit? Because I've never seen Dim Witter.
Yeah, that looks good.
I don't think anyone's accompanying him.
Your name can also mean like them with her. So I said I've never seen them with her.
He's like, you may be dim-wit, but I'm dim-witter.
What? Anyway, what's up? Are you here for the prompt?
Yeah.
All right, what's your argument for God, buddy?
Yeah, give us your evidence for God.
No. Do you think that animal abuse is wrong?
No.
Well, okay, so maybe you can enlighten me. I'll give two examples here on why I feel like that doesn't make sense. Like,
wait, I didn't know that there was an wait, I didn't know there was an Alabama in Australia. Where are you from?
I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, you sound Australian.
Why do you say Kentucky like the way Wood says Christianity?
I'm from Kentucky.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Give me the examples. Go ahead.
But
hello, ladies.
If you think animal abuse is wrong,
how's it going?
If you think animal abuse is wrong and you ate meat, the request's up. So
Wait, I can tell if you're really from Kentucky.
All right.
How do you say?
Let's actually not talk right now somewhere.
Fine. Can you mute me or mod me so I can mute myself?
No, go ahead.
Well, okay, you know those baseball bats?
Yeah.
From that famous city in Kentucky? How do you say the name of that city?
Oh, this guy's a larper.
That's pretty vague.
No, it's not. Everybody here's thinking
what else
The
is vague?
slugger from a certain city.
A slugger from a slugger.
The baseball bat. The baseball bat.
Bro, from the Carrie Underwood song, you dumb fuck.
Oh, I listen to Carrie Underwood.
You live in Kentucky and you don't know what this bat is called.
Yeah, it's a Louisville Slugger, dude.
It's yeah, but if you're from Kentucky, you're gonna say that name of that city different.
Louisville.
That was close, but no, you're not from Kentucky. Don't lie.
I think he's from. Okay, anyway, back to saving the lives of animals.
Yep. Yeah. I'll give like two examples, and you can tell me what you think on why I think that kind of doesn't work. Like, so let's take.
Wait, we're telling you why you don't think it works.
Any animal, right? I'll give pigs for example, even though it counts with any animal.
All right, we talked about earlier.
Huh?
Okay. Nothing. Stop derailing. Let's get linear.
Because because pigs are really smart. So I'll give 2 examples here. If you
Yeah,
were
I know.
to
Wit is really smart.
take
bro.
a whip,
Fuck you.
if you were to take a whip and just like beat a pig, like that would be like abuse. It's gonna remember that, and that's gonna be like traumatizing. But instead, like,
Wait, really?
let's say it's the pig's time to go. You give it a good life, and you just shoot it in the head. It dies. It doesn't remember that. I don't think that's abuse.
I don't think that's wrong either. So are you saying
Okay,
that,
Epicurus, go ahead.
Yeah, are you saying that if animals die of natural causes, you can eat them? That's vegan.
I think that I think it's
sorry.
fine to kill
Wait.
the
I have a
animal.
very good sense of when you're not going to answer the question, and it sounded like you were about to say something irrelevant.
Okay, wait. Hey, ask me the question again.
Yeah, the question is, are you just saying that if an animal dies from natural causes, you think it should be morally permissible to eat them?
Sure.
Yeah, that's vegan, buddy. You can eat dead. You can eat dead animals.
But I also said in the example that if you shoot the pig.
Yeah, that's gonna be where we're gonna have a problem because otherwise, let's say if you hadn't have bolt gunned that pig in the brain, would it have kept on living and not wanted to die?
I don't think the thing knew what was going on when you put the gun to its head, so it never had that fear in the first place.
Big blunder.
Well, I tried that. I tried that in court when I committed infanticide, and unfortunately,
What? It turns out pigs aren't basically human organisms.
Yeah, Dim Witter.
I mean,
So, are you ready for
you have a
this?
point.
I'm going to show you why that was a blunder on your part. Okay.
Sorry.
Now, okay, I'm going to show you how with a question. Now,
All right.
give me the situation. Actually, is it moral to take the life of something that doesn't want to die if you don't have to?
Is it moral?
Yeah, is it good or bad?
And you want to reduce this to a yes or no question?
You can expand after, but say good or bad first. Is it good or bad to take the life of something that doesn't
Well,
want
when
to die?
you reduce that to a good or bad, then it kind of makes it
Very
it makes it
easy.
a lot more difficult on my part.
Yeah, I know. You have the
Because for
outrageous
me, it
position.
depends. I don't value the life of animals over humans.
Wow.
I don't either. But guess what? Guess what? I don't think that let's say that you have $10 and I have $100. I don't think we have the same amount of money. But I think we can both buy a Coke from the vending machine, right? And let's say in this case $10 is a pig's life and $100 is a human's life. But getting a Coke from the vending machine is just going to be the condition that your life isn't taken from you when you don't want to die, if they don't have to take your life from you. You understand?
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, no, I get.
We're infinite. We're worth way more than a human, bro. If I have to punch a baby or punch a cow, I'm punching a cow, and I might even smile while I do it.
Okay.
You know? But if I gotta like punch a baby, or punch a trillion cows or something. I don't know. But we have different value, but we both have value enough to not be needlessly abused and slaughtered.
I mean, I think everything. I agree with you. I think everything.
That's
on
concession number one. But go ahead.
every living thing on Earth
dies alone. That's Donnie Darko. Where'd you get that from?
Oh, thank you for the hot dog.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Obviously, no matter what level of intellect it has, every living thing on Earth, I think, has it wants to survive. It wants to live.
Hey, who's counting me down, buddy?
I just want to know. I not that it changes much. What did you think about when I said in my example that that maybe when they do it, when you do it, they don't know what's going on. It's quick and painless.
Yeah.
Do you think that's different?
I think if you take $10 from your mom's purse and she doesn't know what's going on, you still stole money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You agree?
I mean, yeah, basically.
Yeah. So whether they can know what's going on or not, let's just say that that you agree that there are humans that aren't smarter than a pig, right? There are humans alive that are dumber than a pig.
Humans are. Did you say humans are dumber than pigs?
There are some humans alive that are dumber than pigs. Do we agree?
Like wit.
Bar, for
Oh, yeah.
instance.
Yeah. So let's just say that
Notice how
there's
two
some
people said wit. And only
there's
one
some people with some like, some condition, right, where they're not able to learn more than a pig, right? Now you could say the same thing for those kind of beings, where if you were to bolt gun them in the brain, they wouldn't remember. They would never know what's happening. They might look at you with pure trust in their eyes, right?
Okay, well, if we're going to get into that territory, I think we should use those people as compost for our crops. But I won't get into that.
What do you mean,
Wait.
those people?
Wait, like this. Okay, so just to be clear, do you think yes or no it's okay to factory farm mentally handicapped people?
To factory farm, can you enlighten me on what you mean by factory farm?
Oh, come on, bro.
Like literally what I said, like actually.
Like slaughter them for food. Maybe sometimes. Maybe
I don't think it's okay to do that.
There was no filter. What the fuck was that?
It was just the mog.
What the fuck was that?
Dude, I have a clip of Julian twerking. It's so
I
good.
know I have that too.
Yeah, I have that saved.
Yeah,
Hello?
that happened, by the way.
I love
Yeah.
you, Dimwitter,
Have
and I
that
hope you
in,
accept my furry personality.
Okay. Is it okay to like? Is it morally
Hello?
okay to like take out that animal in the corner?
Yes.
I'm fine with
Yes.
that.
What the hell?
I think I'm actually siding with Dimwit because I imagine
Oh.
would there really be a problem
What was it doing?
ending Wit's life in her sleep?
Hello?
What?
Hello, sir. You're so beautiful. Is that you in your profile picture?
Was that you in your profile picture down below me?
Yeah. This is me right now. I'm a furry.
You're a putty cat?
Yes.
Oh, I hate this. This is horrible.
I'm a naughty little kitty. Don't you think
What's
so?
wrong? What's wrong with being a
Oh,
kitty
great.
cat?
Now we lost the.
Wait, why we the Australian guy left?
Yeah. thanks to Poochie.
What? I didn't do anything. I was just simply like showing my true colors. Is there anything wrong with that?
Can
I
you
don't
like?
think. Wait, I think you can't say that.
Well, Cason's in a montage right now.
Can you give
No,
us?
I'm traveling right now. Just let me be.
Oh, you're in a
did
montage.
wait, Kason, did you just take NZT?
Even
What'd you call
Kason
me?
has a montage. Even Kason
Yo, guys, I'm
has a
traveling,
montage.
bro.
I
Where
have
should
to
I
go to the
stop? Where should I stop first?
Slimy yet satisfying. Wait, where'd
Looks
Summer
like
go?
I stopped in Santa's
Where did
factory.
Summer leave?
Stopped at Santa's factory. Let me see Santa's factory.
Yeah, brother, it is.
Let me take a good gander.
Yo,
Hang on.
I went to this assembly line that manufactured people with depression. It was the Satisfactory.
I get it because like the people with depression are sad, and
Why am I only in one little part
Yeah,
of
what
the
the
box?
fuck? I don't know how to make it one box.
I mean, like, why is it only like?
The filter, dumb fuck.
Oh,
It won't let me make it one box somehow.
look,
We're
this
not
is-
talking about that.
Ooh,
We're talking about the
it's almost
corner of the
perfect.
box.
It was almost perfect. Ah, there,
Whoa.
no, that's so close. Oh, that was so close.
wait, I have a question.
Hang on. Oh,
We're waiting
almost.
for it to happen.
Hang on, Jambar. Just
What's gonna happen?
what's never
I have
gonna
a
happen?
question.
It's never gonna hit the corner.
Oh,
Why would you
there
think
it is.
that?
Oh, dang it.
It's designed not to.
No, it's not. Look at
There,
that!
it
Look at
did
that, motherfucker!
It just
It did-
did it.
It didn't do it.
Yes,
It
it
didn't
did.
do it.
We're
It
just
did
not
not do
looking.
it.
Prove it.
Julian,
Slurm.
what's your question?
Slurm, who is that
Prove it
hunk
did.
in your profile picture?
This is just an unedited picture of Wit.
What's up, Beetle Hug?
What's up?
Oh, that photo's crazy.
Well, but I don't know why, but Wit looks really good in that photo, unlike her profile picture.
Wow.
What's it gonna land on?
Yes. Yes, what?
Let me know
Wait.
when we need to decide something.
Okay.
Let's say we have a dice.
It's a 3. I can get it. I promise I can get it every time.
Let's say we have a coin.
This one's gonna land on no.
This is one's gonna land on yes.
Okay.
Oh, Oh, I bet you're so embarrassed, Zach.
Wait, Cation, can you show me a creepy wave animation?
If it lands on yes, 10 people exist. If it lands on no, 100 people exist. And if it lands on its side, no one ends up existing.
This one's gonna land on.
Yes.
Yes. See, I got
Well,
it
the
ready.
Jambar should probably not exist.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Wait,
Kason.
Yeah.
Okay, who else?
What?
Whoa.
Yo, what is happening?
Les poissons frits.
Give me that little.
Stop with the photo. Take it down.
I don't see why you hate this photo so much, Whit.
Oh wow, you're funny.
I'm just so sad.
I'll take it down.
Wait, why was Slurms removed instead of Wit?
Okay, I'll fix that.
That's better.
Anybody else have any other problems with anybody up here?
What is this? Oh, what the fuck? No, where's Slurms?
I think he's in the comments.
I don't know why I was removed again, but
Who would you rather me remove instead?
Mush.
look, today I'm feeling nice, so no one. You know.
Oh, no one should be up here? Got it.
No.
Okay, I think we're alone now.
Yeah, we're alone now.
We're alone.
Oh fuck! There's a guy here.
It's Beetle.
I didn't feel good about kicking him because we just.
Yeah, why'd that sound like Yuji?
Huh?
Why'd that sound like Yuji?
It did sound like Yuji a little bit.
Since we're alone now, I'm just going to start jacking it.
Yeah, you can go now, Jambar.
Oh, you have to change your oil.
Well, you could
Been
say
in this live for a long time.
Hello?
Hello?
I think we got disconnected.
I think so.
I think that was Israel.
It said disconnected by live creator. I don't know what that means, but
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That
that's the same
means-
thing.
That means the creator of life, God, removed you from the world.
Yep.
no, not live creator, live creator.
All right, let's see. What's the prompt here? There is nothing wrong with animal abuse. If you think it
Not
is
this
wrong
again.
and you eat meat, request up. Is that the topic?
Yeah. Would you like
Yeah,
to hear my
so
argument?
what's going to be the issue with abusing animals?
Well, I don't see
abu-
one.
It's just going to be an analytic truth that abuse is an unjust, discomfort or pain.
That sounds fine with me.
How is eating animals animal abuse?
But like, what about the people in Africa who eat cats and dogs though?
What if I'm just not motivated to live the moral life? What
Yeah.
moral motivation are you going to provide?
Then you're an unjustified man.
Look,
No, I think
call
being a
you a
carpenter-
bad name.
I just
You're
have
not a
no moral.
carpenter if you do that.
I'm gonna call you a bad name.
Socrates also says everybody wants the good thing.
Look,
yeah,
no,
how can you
that's
make
just not
normative
true.
claims
Like,
as an atheist, Zach?
this practice of living the good life is just a hobby for some of these people, but for other people, there's just no reason for anyone to live in accordance with the moral life.
Your knowledge is
Everybody
morally
wants-
ignored.
What'd you say, Jam Bitch?
Everybody
Oh, I called you jam bitch.
not really.
I'm sorry.
Me. Can you apologize? I wish I
I'm
was.
sorry.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually sorry. No, I'm sorry.
I removed him, Jambar. You know what? This is Clubhouse. This is your life now.
Moral anti-realism is like a cell phone. that they just-
I just could tell that he was pissing you off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I pissed him off because he had nothing to say in response.
I wasn't talking to you, filth.
Oh shit.
Wow.
You're a scum.
Julian, would you like me to change the background to something more suited for your life?
Well, what I want you to do is I want you to beat up Casey.
Here we go.
I want you to find Kaysen in real life and beat him up and record it for me.
Okay.
Is that a kink?
What? Why? I thought we were friends.
We are
I'm gonna,
friends.
Wow.
I'm gonna beat him up psychologically right now. I'm gonna keep muting him.
He asked me to turn on my microphone.
Yeah, that was a blunder on my part.
Yeah, of course we're friends, Case, and that's why I want to see you beat up.
But you
Because
want to see me get muted?
Okay, that's not me now. That's Slurms.
Wow.
and you must have thought Slurms was your friend too.
No, actually, I don't give a shit about anyone up here. I'm all me. I'm all alone.
Okay, Kason, that's too close to the vest. Okay.
Fuck around and find out. Come at me, Jambor. I'm
Kason,
waiting.
yesterday
I'm sitting
when
here
you
waiting.
said-
I'm ready. I got a stone cold look on my face. I'm fucking ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
Calm down. You're 5'1". Now
what?
This explains those DMs where Kason said he wanted to. Wait, let me read it. 1 second. Break Julian's neck and fuck his throat.
Uh-oh.
What?
I know.
I know Kason has violent tendencies, but this is way too far.
Does anyone ever like hear like a really loud noise outside, and then it like gives you flashbacks to whenever North Korea was constantly making threats towards America, and you think like, a nuke's coming?
Like they nuke the oceans?
Well, I live on.
Like if they nuke the oceans.
I live on 63rd Street in the Bronx, so
Oh,
I hear a lot
shit.
of screaming.
I know.
Someone said I had no idea Kason was so violent. Me neither.
I'm actually.
I think there's a correlation between how dumb you are and how violent you are. So.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Is there any good reason to think that I'm dumb?
Well,
That's not nice.
I was merely pointing.
Have
out
you
a
guys seen this photo of a black hole?
That photo looks like Steph in mathematics.
It is.
Yeah, so did everyone on the panel notice how Jambar actually doesn't have a reason to think I'm dumb?
Well, can we turn our attention to how Slurms has a picture of George Floyd as his profile?
Yeah, I know. I already raised my hand.
I raised my hand.
Yeah, that's my favorite photo right now.
That's PRK.
Yeah.
Dude, the edit is so good.
It doesn't even look like it's edited.
Wait, there's a second
Yo,
one?
that looks so fucking real, bro. That's crazy.
Fire!
I hope I feel better tomorrow.
Wait, Corbett wants Julian to find the difference between these two photos.
Can I phone a friend?
Yes.
Okay, Slurm.
Yo, what? That's
You know-
crazy.
You know who looks just like Wallace?
Bro, that guy looks like Detroit.
Ed Miliband. Remember that guy who ran for the Labor Party?
The Labor Party.
In the like 2013.
Wait, I wasn't invited to the Labor Party.
He should be like the first thought.
Damn, I wish you guys could see this meme. It says, if God seems quiet, it's because the teacher doesn't talk during the test.
Bro, that's actually like so true, bro. Have you ever thought about that?
That's so cool, guys.
God's just like a test giver, bro, and so obviously, divine hiddenness is expected because, why would he give the answers to a test?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You see this Name the Trait Lego set? It's a human being trait equalized to a cow.
What the fuck? Hey, Jambo, are you there?
Of course I'm here.
I was just making sure you're still good.
Are you okay, Jambar?
I'm amazing.
Wish we knew. Wait, what? What does that say?
Wish we knew more about what is affirmed by our best physical theories.
What's constituted by the word best right there?
what epistemic virtues those theories have.
Can you give me a list of the epistemic virtues in question?
Anti-ad hocness, simplicity, explanatory power.
Wait, what was the first one you said?
Anti-ad hocness.
Oh, did you say anti-ad hocness?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you see on the Hawk to Talk to a podcast they were saying what philosopher Haley Welch was?
Simplicity, explanatory scope, explanatory power, testability, diachronic consistency. Oh, actually, no, it's not a virtue.
Wait, do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see what bumper sticker?
Oops, it's just Chris.
Look at this bumper sticker.
What the? It's all going down.
And then I found this dollar.
That's funny because the dollar spells boner.
It's also funny because the dollar has the 3 letters in the middle of the word boner in order for you to make that joke.
Yeah, so this is what we call a circumstance for creating a joke.
Yeah.
Wait. Can you explain to me how it's a joke, please?
Yeah, so there's this funny attribute of the word boner, and the $1 bill has the word 1 on it, which is the first or the middle 3 letters of the word boner. And so he just wrote a B and a R, and it made the word boner, and that's just funny.
That is very comical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to give me that
Beetle
sensation of joy.
Of course, and some dumbass like Jambar couldn't explain it to you.
I got humor explained to me by my doctor. I went in to get an examination, and he told me I had to stop masturbating. And I said, "Well, doc, why?" And he said, "Because I'm trying to examine you."
That was very humorous also.
Wait, why was that one funny?
Well, because it seemed as though after a checkup, he recommended that I stop masturbating so often, but really he meant that I was currently masturbating even before the examination.
Oh, now I see that's why that's funny, but how would he expect you to stop masturbating if, you were turned on by him?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
What's the best clean joke that you know, Beetle Hug?
The best cleans.
Here's a clean joke that I know. A friend of mine recently moved into an igloo, and so I got him a housewarming gift, and now he's homeless.
I get it. That's funny because the housewarming gift will warm the igloo, but you're using that it's a double entendre.
It's a double. It has 2 meanings. Yeah.
Is it true that all indexicals are double entendres, but not all double entendres are indexicals?
Well, here's what truth is relative.
Yeah.
So you must say true to who?
Well, we can hash this out in terms of sets. What
is the set?
Like a blood or a crip?
A collection of elements that satisfy some property.
No, what are elements?
Just say it's a primitive.
So yeah, just
I don't like saying that bullshit. I'm not a monkey boy.
Yeah.
You aren't a monkey boy, but you're a monkey. So
okay, well,
you're not a monkey boy, but you're a monkey boy.
I just realized, for the people that don't know, there's actually someone out there named Monkey Boy. It just sounded really racist.
Wait, explain it again?
No, thank you.
Well, yeah. I actually consider myself to be a slave, but it's voluntary. So.
Okay, P-Mars. Somebody's making P-Mars argument.
Fuck, why is he gone?
Yeah, he's not saying that bullshit. Beetle Hugger, you're the only one I can trust. Now,
yes.
Tell me the most personal story you can about yourself.
All
right. That was it, guys. I haven't been live in a long time. It was fun, but I guess I'll let Kason up to say one last thing.
Oh, hello.
What's up?